Hello, hello, welcome everyone. I hope you guys can hear me. Hi Mio, hello. Welcome Zenidowa. I hope you're doing well. Um yes, hello. I tried my hardest to find like a cute overlay or a background that could fit like my 1.0 design. Just like one that was already made. And I couldn't decide. So I put a blur filter on my Substance Painter screen instead to, simulate a background. And I think it actually was kind of cute. It looks like almost like, those YouTube videos that just have like whatever in the background that's like completely blurred. Hello, Zenny, how's your wrist? It's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not in constant agony. But when I last had this issue, it was in constant agony. But it's only like, I don't know. So it feels like it's in the wrist area, but it at the same time doesn't. It feels like it's like more the thumb. I mean, it's all like connected. But it feels tender or maybe just a little bit like sore. So I can use it. I can use it a lot more than what I could do last time. So just for context for anyone who wasn't around near Christmas time, I don't know how I did it, but I got this really bad pain in my right wrist, and that one was like atrocious. And this was right before the Christmas break, so I had to work with the arm, and I was wearing this like thing to what's it called? It's like this glove-esque thing that I just bought from Amazon because I thought, well, surely it will stop me from moving my wrist, so hopefully it should help, right? So I put it on, but then what I stupidly didn't realize is that you can't wear that while using your mouse at the same time because that puts your hand in like a really unnatural position, which makes it worse. So it got a lot worse. I haven't done that this time around because I've learned from my mistakes, but it took me like ages to recover properly. Like I don't know if it was like a week or two I took off stream to be like, right, I need to get this shit in order. And at one point, because I then started using my left hand to use the mouse, I had like a Logitech mouse. I mean, I still have a Logitech mouse, it's just a different one now, but I had like a Logitech G502 mouse. I started using the left hand to use like the mouse on the computer just to like work and try and like be in my computer a little bit. And then that one got sore because I think it wasn't used to being used for a mouse. So it was all just a mess. Last time it happened, it got triggered by, well, I don't really know what it got triggered by. Basically, the last thing I remember before I started feeling the pain was I played Mario Party with the mini games. And then then we did a stream, and then I realized in the evening, like, oh, my my wrist feels quite tender, and like, it feels painful. So I did win the Mario Party game, so in a way it was worth it, but in another way it wasn't. It's like, I won, but at what cost moment. But I didn't do that this time. I haven't played Mario Party since that time, to be fair. And I think it was just overuse of drawing. So when I've been streaming, I've been doing texturing or doing modeling, being on the computer, and then I've been working my usual like 8-9 hours or whatever it is. I think it's 8 hours or 7.5, I don't know. That's like Monday to Friday, and then I would spend every waking moment on my computer on the weekend, pretty much, except for like a few occasions. And then once I'd finished with the computer, I'd go on like my tablet and start drawing my reference. Like it was like just, there was no break. It was just constantly getting hammered because I wanted to get shit done. So I think that has triggered it this time. It did fully recover from last time, so it's a bit surprising that it has appeared again, but I also haven't done my stretches, so that might be why. But it's at least not in constant agony. It just feels like I think I'm worried it will get worse, and that's why I'm like, okay, I need to have a break, need to hold off, need to stop. So the past couple days, I've literally just been like, I had to obviously work, and then I finished work, and then I was like, right, I'm just gonna like leave my wrist alone, and I'm gonna just watch TV, which has been it's been fun, but also boring because I wanted to do, I wanted to go on the computer, I wanted to work on commissions, I wanted to do all these things, but I couldn't But what I did realize is that Married at First Sight UK has a season 10, which I didn't realize was there, and I've just been nonstop watching that, and that's kept me a bit sane, I guess. Um, but yeah, it's getting better. I think. I'm gonna do this stream as a bit of a test. I don't know if we're gonna go like the full 3 hours that we usually do. I don't even know if we're gonna do any texturing. We might swap to texturing at some point if I run out of things to talk about, or we might not. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm moving my arms around a lot. I've just realized I'm like, I don't know. When I'm speaking, I'm moving my arms a lot, and maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just like leave my arm alone. Also, hi Dumo, 50 stream streak. Jesus Christ! Thank you so much for showing up. 50 streams in a row. I don't know how the streak works. If it like if you miss one stream, does it die, or is it like you get like a second chance, or is it just like, you know, when you subscribe to someone and you subscribe to them over say like 2 years, but you subscribe like 4 times, it will go like a 4-month anniversary, you know? Sacrifice your wrist for Mario Party. I mean, probably, yeah. Honestly, it was very funny. I was playing with Visu, and it was just me and him, and we were playing against two. Well, we were playing against each other, but there were two NPCs in the game, and I got bonus stars again. And every time I get bonus stars, I just win the game. I don't think Visu has like won a single game against me on Mario Party because I keep getting bonus stars for the stupidest thing. And also, the NPCs were really bad. What was that? Hang on. Why did nothing... Oh, wait. I missed that. What was that? New follow? Hi, I see C3 Rax. Welcome in. Sorry, I think it's because I've blurred the capture. Oh, no, actually. Oh, I know what happened. Hang on. There we go. It should appear now. Oh, there's the music as well. But yeah, the NPCs were absolutely messing him about, and it was really funny. He was losing his mind, and then I got bonus stars and won, so it was great. It was amazing. It was definitely worth it. I cannot let him win a single Mario Party game. But then I think we played some. So this was an old Mario Party game. This was on. Was it on? Does Mario? Hang on, Nintendo 64. Am I thinking of? Which I've never played such an old game. Yeah, there's a Mario Party on Nintendo 64. I think it was that one, or maybe a different one. And it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I can't let him win. So even if I have to break wrists and legs and ankles, I will. I will manage to get those bonus stars. Have you been thinking about your VTuber theme while bored watching TV? No. To be fair, I think I've just taken a break. I think I realized that I'm just me, and I need to figure it out eventually, but I think I'm gonna get artists to do that rather. I think I'm gonna collaborate with artists. So that's why I wanted to get my reference done, so that I could start commissioning artists and have like a collaborative effort with them. But then everything kind of went to hell. So yeah. Oopsie. I've taken a break from drawing. Like I tried to do a little bit of texturing yesterday. Just on my commission work after my singing lesson, just to see how it felt, because I hadn't really been on my PC at all in the past couple days, and it was fine. I think I also realized that when I draw, even if it's like texture or whatever, I was gonna show you guys my pen and how I hold it, but you can't see it. But basically, I hold my pen very strangely, allegedly. I've always held my pen a certain way, and I'm thinking maybe that has caused my, because it's like the thumb area and like goes up along the wrist and a little bit on the forearm as well, and I think that has not helped. So I'm changing how I hold my pen now as well to try and avoid that, to see if that could be the cause. But I haven't worked on the reference sheet at all, so I'm like, yeah, I'm stuck. I can't commission anyone until I've done it, which means I can't get anything finished. But yeah, I'll get it done at some point. I think I'm just taking a small break from drawing. And I don't know what it's better to draw on, because I have like this tablet that I bought, the non-pen display one. That one I've been using lately on stream, even off stream, because it's just easier to just, it's on my shelf. So I just grab it, plug it in, start. And then I have all 3 monitors and I'm happy. But if I'm using the pen display one, I have to move the monitor and I have to like tilt it and I have to move things over, and it's very like, it's really not a problem. I'm just like feeling slightly inconvenienced. So I don't know if it's better for me to keep drawing on the pen display, like if the angle is causing an issue, or if it's like, do you know what I mean? If it's like it needs to be flat and that's the better option. Are you drawing on a flat table or angle stand? So it's just a flat table lately, but when I draw on my monitor, it's like slightly angled. Well, not slightly angled. It's like angled, I'd say like 45 to 60 degrees. So yeah, it's quite rough. I don't know what's like actually best. I would have thought that the flat would be the best because it's how you draw on like a piece of paper, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I want to think more about my VTuber theme. I think I just can't make up my mind, which is why I want to like collaborate with with artists who know their shit, you know? Like maybe I can get an artist that does design and I can be like, "Hey, here's my design. Can you design elements based on this?" And then I'll be like, "Yeah, this looks amazing. Here you go. Here's my money. Please take it." I think that might be the best just for me, just because I don't feel like I have like a design bone in my body, or like even just a theme. Like recently I saw someone who does like lore writing as a commission, and I thought that was really cool because I really envy people who have like sick lore, but I don't know how to make sick lore. I barely know how to write, so I need to commission someone else to do it, I think. Yeah, if you miss one stream, you lose a streak. Oh my god, you are a dedicated fan, Dumo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are the Senidora. That is true. I am. I am. I am. I am the Zenidora. There's no other Zenidora like me. There are other Zenis. There are other Zens, which are amazing, and they're beautiful people. But none of them are called Zenidora. Hey, glad to be here. Tip for your sore wrist: put ice bag on it for 15 minutes, 2 or 3 times. I totally should do that, to be honest. It's so weird. Every time I get sick or every time I get injured, unless it's like get painkillers type of injury, I always forget that there's medication that help you, you know, like when you're sick or when you're like, when your nose is all stuffed up and stuff like that. I always just like deal with it, I guess. I complain a lot, don't get me wrong, but I always just like live with it until it's gone. And then I remember, oh shit, there's like medication that can help you alleviate some of your symptoms. Like it won't cure you, but it will help, you know? Until like halfway through, and I'm like, oh yeah, shit, there's like medication for this. I should probably get some. And then Visu goes and gets some, which is very kind of him. But yeah, maybe I should do. I think I did something like that the first time around because it was really bad. But you know me, I just forgot again. I always wanted a tablet, but apart from not having money, my desk isn't big enough for one. That is completely fair. I don't know how big your desk is, but in terms of a recommended tablet size, you don't want to go too small. You know, like the little ones that people use for like Osu and stuff. Oh, I miss Osu. I wish I could play Osu right now, but I don't think it would be like the best game to play in my state. Those aren't great for drawing because they're so small. Like if your screen is decently sized, you're not gonna have a great time, which means you need a bigger tablet. The one that I got is like medium size, and I still feel like it's quite big. I was worried it was going to be too small, and I was looking at the Huion's big tablet. But then I was like, no, I'm just going to go with the medium one. And the medium one's decent. I feel like it's still very big, but I only usually use it for one monitor at a time. I did as a test try and use it across all my monitors because I have 3, and just instead of a mouse to see if it was better. because then I could wear my little sleeve thing and then just hold the pen and use it as a mouse. It was very slow to do that, so it wasn't a great time. And it was just easier to use my mouse with my left hand instead, which I did for a brief bit. And then I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. Because the mouse I already have, when I got my first wrist issue, I swapped to a different mouse, which is the, not sponsored. I just really like this mouse. Is it the Logi Lift? The Logitech Lift, I think it's called. And that one puts your hand in a bit of a different angle, which I quite like. The only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't have that same beautiful wheel that the Logitech G502 does, which is sad. Do not play Osu right now. That's a risk killer, I know. I sometimes just get the mood for playing Osu. Like, I used to play it so much. I wasn't very good at it. Like, I didn't play, like, high level, but I had a lot of fun with it. And I found a lot of good songs through it. It's a very great game. Just use the other wrist when playing Osu. I think I'd miss so much. Like, I couldn't... Like, I can use my mouse with the left hand, but I very often miss what I'm trying to click on. It's not very great. I don't know if I'll ever be good at using my mouse with the left hand, but we'll see. We'll see. I have a main monitor, I think it's 27 inch, and then a 40-inch TV on the wall, working as my second monitor. Holy shit. Does that not, like, do you have to, like, angle, like, look up like this a lot? Is it, like, above you? Like, on the wall? That's a big... What do you use that for? Like, movies and stuff? Because, like, I have 3 monitors, as I said. I think 2 of them are 27, and then 1 of them is 24. And at the moment, I'm using my drawing monitor as a stream monitor because I have a separate PC. But, like, they're, like, around the same size, which means I don't need to, like, look very up or look very down or anything. Like, it's just, like, twist my head, rotate my head around, and it's fine. But yeah, 40-inch monitor. I think it would be nice for movies, though, or, like, just videos in general, you know? Thank you for the headpad. Thank you. Oh, do I need to turn off my things? Also, welcome in, Ray. I hope you're doing well. Let me just try and... I need to turn off the other redeems because I think I have the 3D redeems on and they're not going to work. The headpad stays, don't worry. Disable all. Disable all. I think it's just, I don't know if glasses work, and I don't think Chibi doesn't work. I think I haven't set that one up yet. I was thinking maybe we could just, like, do stuff, do things that I want to do that I haven't had time to do, which is, like, stream stuff. On stream, live on stream. I think that could be cool, but it'd be a bit difficult to screen share it, I guess. Screen share it? What am I, at work? My god. It'd be difficult to, like, share in OBS, I think, depending on what it was. If it was setting up expressions on VTube Studio, we could do. I have a problem in my right hand if I strain it, ice works properly. Okay, you know what? I think we have some ice in the freezer. I might try and do that tomorrow. I'm going on a little outing tomorrow, so I'll try and do it when I get back and see how that feels. Oh, I've missed messages. Oh no. My one job. Hang on. I don't think you need a theme. You could be like Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus. Have all the themes. I don't think I ever watched... Is that a show? I don't think I ever watched that show. I think I know what you're on about. I think we've discussed... She has a magic bus, right? Yeah. I think I've looked it up and gone, what the fuck is that? And then I'll be like, oh, I kind of know what this is. You can always join art discords. A lot of people who can give help or advice on writing side. That is true. Yeah, I think I used to be the type of person that went, oh, I'm going to make everything myself because I like taking on new challenges and learning new skills. But then I think I realized at some point that there's only so much time in the world, especially with a day job, that I can't just like postpone or move. Like I have to work those hours every day, except for the weekends. So I think it's okay to delegate work, you know, and commission other people to do things, because I could probably do things. What the hell is that emoji? Where did that come from? I just saw it on my screen. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I think it's okay to commission other people to do stuff. And I have commissioned a couple of different artists. Like my logo, which I never show because I always forget to put it anywhere, was commissioned by someone. All the credits should be in the not in the bio, in the Twitch panel. Yeah, I think so. But I want to commission more artists for my 2.0 because I think that could be nice. It's always nice to put money back in the wheel, in the economy, you know? I get money for people commissioning me when I have my commissions open. So that means that money is free and I can use that to commission other people. That's how it works, right? No, but I think it's nice. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta look up a little bit, but barely. Okay, so it's not that bad. I guess if you have like, I don't know if you have a chair like this, but if you have a chair that can lean back, like mine, then maybe you can just like lean back and just like look up and it won't be uncomfortable, you know? I don't think I missed any other message. Am I up to date? The main is for what I'm currently doing. The TV is for anything else. You're currently on the TV. Hey, let's go. I'm second TV, or is it first TV? Second monitor content. But it's first TV. So I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. Whenever I'm watching you, you're on the 40-inch TV. Oh my god, I must look so big. I'm big. Hang on, I'm gonna have a quick sip. Oh god, you guys can hear me drink, I forgot. That's okay. For me, everything needs to be eye level. I struggle with vertical monitors. I get that. All of my monitors are horizontal at the moment, but my smaller monitor, I have that vertical for some time. I think it's very nice to read documents and Discord and stuff on a vertical monitor, but like I have very limited space on my desk at the moment because I have too much shit everywhere, and not like just random crap. I mean like devices, electronics that I have. So it's feeling a bit cramped at the moment. And I don't want to get a bigger desk because my room I would have nowhere to move if I did. Well, that's a lie. I still have somewhere to move, but my room isn't like the biggest one. So I decided to change it back to horizontal. That's the one. Because I thought it'd be nicer because then I have more space underneath the monitor. If that makes sense. Oh baby, I got a model of Rose. How the hell? Wait, I know. There's a really good tutorial that I know that you can follow. Basically what I did, I don't know. I think you can draw with a curve, which means you can convert it to a mesh, and then you can extrude up. So if you draw, I think what I did, I'm gonna see if I can find a tutorial for you, but what I did was get a picture of a rose and then trace the outline of the rose with I think it was a curve pen, and then extrude it up, and then it will be like rose-esque. The latest commission I did required roses, and that's why I know this. Let me see if I can find the tutorial that I used that inspired me to do it that way. Hang on, I'll just be everyone's like tutorial person right now, and just like if you need help with anything, I'll find the tutorial for you. I'll be the new Grok or whatever. Let's see. So Rose Blender tutorial. I know that you're doing like low poly stuff, so it's not going to be exactly the same, but I feel like you can still use that as a good base. What the hell is this? I think this is the one. Oh yeah, it's this one. It's literally 43 seconds long. It's called Modeling a Rose in Blender Tutorial Task Speed Run 100% Glitchless by Jeremy 3D. And it made so much sense what they did. There you go. Hang on. There's tutorial. Hello, Morning Stark. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, their image on YouTube is also pretty funny. Let's have a beatboxing stream? Definitely not. You guys can beatbox. I'm not beatboxing. Why don't you guys beatbox and then put it into text and then send it, and then I can read it? That sounds good. I never know they can appear on streamer screen. Yeah, 100% they can. So in 2D, I think it's a default VTube Studio setting that you can connect VTube Studio to Twitch and then just have any emotes appear on the screen like that. But when I use my 3D model, the emote will physically go for my face or go for like my model. So it will like come towards my model and it will like bounce off my model when it hits me. Which I think is a better system. If I could have that in 2D, I'd be so happy. But I always try and, like, when I have trackers on, I always try and punch them away, but my reaction speed is very slow, so I never do it. It's more accidental that I do it rather than anything else. Like tracing the top side? Yes, that's right. I think that's what they did. Hang on. Yeah, I think they just got like an image of from the top side. Oh, sorry, extrude downwards is what I meant. For some reason in my head I thought I had to extrude upwards, but yeah, you trace the like the outline from the top side, and then I don't know if this is what they did actually, but what I did was I then extrude downwards and like extrude and then scale it. Yeah, they did it as well. It's a really nice way of just making a rose. It's not going to be like perfect. Obviously you're doing low poly, so you might not need the solidify step. But yeah, it's a very quick way to do it. Title thing? Oh, the modeling a rose in Blender tutorial task speed 100% glitchless. Yeah, because it's like that's a title that's for the love of a game. Like that's not, it's not like a YouTube title. Do you know what I mean? It's just like a funny title. I'm not like super into speedruns. I do watch some people speedrun. Like I like watching a speedrun of a game I know happen, depending on the game. Like I think there's been a couple of Jack and Daxter speedruns, and they're so funny because literally you'll just like see them jump across like the entire map, and it's like, how did you do that? Thank you so much for the resubscription, Visu. Oh, so sorry. I've just realized I'm like not like this is another failed attempt at trying to have the overlay above. There we go. I think I fixed it now. At least you could see it before, to be fair. I could never understand Blender. True, I agree. I could never understand Blender. So that means you understand Blender, right? I think. Yeah, I think so. Give me tutorials. What do you need a tutorial on? Tell me, and I'll get it for you. I also have some very handy documentation myself, but they're not really tutorials. I'm gonna try and make them tutorials at some point, but I haven't done that. Hello, AI video maker. Welcome in. What dino should I add to my JWE3 park? What dino? I don't actually know many dinosaurs, but you can't go wrong with a T-Rex, right? T-Rexes are cool. They're cool. Or that like bird. It's like a really ugly bird without any fur, and it has like a really long face. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, you can do one of those. Oh wait, the really long boys. Okay, never mind. T-Rex, sorry. T-Rex is fine. I was thinking of the really long-necked ones. They're also cool. Like when I think dinosaur, I don't know why, but my mind just goes to Ice Age, but I don't think there were any. Oh no, there were dinosaurs in the third movie, right? Third? Second? No, fourth? I don't know. I don't know if I watched all the Ice Age movies, but I used to love them, like growing up. And I swear one of them was set in like a dinosaur age. Sorry, only realized I typed never twice. Oh, oh, okay. I thought you were just trying to like mess with my brain because I couldn't make sense of it. You don't know many dinosaurs? What about who's your least favorite chatter you want to call old? Hi, Flunder, welcome in. My least favorite chatter that I want to call old. I'm not gonna just be like, oh yeah, this one person is my least favorite chatter. If anything, I'd call my favorite chatter old. Argentinosaurus, I think, was the longest. Is that actually the name? Ice Age 2, Return of the Dinosaurs? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Hang on, I'm gonna Google dinosaurs now. Argentinosaurus. Oh, is that? It's actually a dinosaur. Holy shit. Those are huge. Is that real? No way. I mean, it has to be. Hang on, I can use my power of screenshotting to show you guys. Oh no, it's on the thingy. Oh, damn it. Hang on. I guess if I just like I don't want to just leave it like thingy either. I can't show that without turning off Substance Painter. Now it's just a black screen behind me. Fuck. Oh, do you know what? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna be so smart. You have no idea. Hang on. Give me one moment. I'm gonna be the smartest person. Let me get the dinosaur out of the way. Hang on. Shit, how do I transfer that? Save as. I'm gonna transfer this image over that I've just taken. Yeah, let's just do it in downloads, why not? Also, I can show you guys some cool dinosaurs. Where did the image go? It's not here. I've been lied to. Oh wait, is it this one? Alright, okay, so hang on. I'm gonna get this done, alright? Image. So this is my background. Like, this is Substance Painter right now. And I'm just gonna grab the filter. Hey, there we go. Well, that's a bit much, isn't it? Hang on. And now, if I turn off... Oh no, it's still a black screen. Shit, my plan has failed. My plan has failed, damn it. Okay. That's fine. We'll just be... Oh wait, I'm stupid! I need to add it on... Hang on. Hang on. I figure it out. I need to add it on my main computer. Because then that way... oh. I can do it. And it's fine. Alright, give me 1 second. Oh! I'm moving things around. I don't like that. Blur. Where are you? It's like... Oh, do I not have this? NVIDIA blur. Why not? Oh, never mind. I can't use that one. Remove. Is there just like a blur filter in... I thought there was. There's a sharpen. Can I not... Is there not a blur? Is this spout filter? No. Oh, I don't think I have that plugin on this one. Image mask blend. No. Damn it. My plan has failed again. I can't believe there isn't a blur filter by default. Right, user defined shader. Maybe there's use effect file. No. I don't know. Damn it. My plan failed again. Oh wait, hang on. Blur. Blur image. I will not be stopped. I'm gonna I'm gonna get this blurred one way or another. Blur. Oh, that's too much blur. All right. Can I save this? PNG, why not? And then let's put it like above Substance Painter. All right. Okay, so if I've hacked it. Look, hang on. All right, so if I get the dinosaur back. Oh no, I need to do another screenshot of the dinosaur, I think. There we go. There he is. There you go. Here's the dinosaur, man. Look how fucking big that is. That's what I wanted to show you. This is the Argentinosaurus from Wikipedia. How cool is that? That's insane. I can't even... It makes me scared. I can't even explain how big that is. Like, I can't imagine it. It's crazy. But yeah, sorry. Sorry, chat, needing glasses. I'm sorry. But I got what I wanted, okay? How many zennies big is that? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe Wikipedia says how tall they are. So, it only says how long they are. How tall is what was it? Argentinosaurus. Why are they called that? Oh, lizard from Argentina? Oh, makes sense. Is estimated to have stood approximately 10 to 21.4 meters tall. So that would be... How tall am I? 3... 4.5, 6... 7.5... 7.5... 9... Oh god, I lost count. Hang on. 2... So that's 3, 6, 9. So about... At the lowest, about like 7 zennies. Yeah, about 7 zennies, I'd say. At the lowest, I think it goes up to 21.4 meters. So that would like obviously double that amount. So like 14 zennies. What we blurring? I was just so on OBS, I have my Substance Painter window open in case we were gonna do any texturing today. But I wanted to blur it to have a bit of a background. You know how people have like just chatting screens? I didn't have that. I tried to look on VGen to see if there was a cute overlay we could use, but I couldn't find one that really fit me in my 1.0. So I was like, right, fuck this. I'm just gonna add that blur to my Substance Painter. But then when I did that, it blurred everything else. So it would have blurred the dinosaur. So I tried to put the image in OBS so I could do that, but then I couldn't do it because it will be above the Elgato layer in OBS. So I then took it into my normal OBS, my gaming computer OBS, and that one doesn't have the blur filter. So then I had to look up a blur image online website to blur the image for me so that we could look at the dinosaur bones. The dinosaur bones are very cool. I wonder what the tallest dinosaur is. our biggest dinosaur. Now we're in the, I don't know why we're looking at dinosaurs, but they are kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I want to at some point model a like a very scary creature. Like I'm thinking shark, like a shark-esque creature, which I know is not a dinosaur, but there's something, I don't know. Like I have this shot in my brain of like big scary jaws in water, and I want to try and make something like that because it's so out of my like comfort zone, like what I'm used to. But also I would be scared looking at it if I don't know. I don't know. I want to try it though. I want to try it. That is a lot of cennies. I know it isn't it? Many cennies. Imagine 10, 20 of me just around in the world. That would be too much. Next project, adjust chatting screen by putting a bunch of still poses of minis and Adoras in the background in various poses. After wrist heels, of course. I mean, I could literally boot up like Naruto and just take a bunch of pictures now, but like Naruto has a lot of poses already. But I think I'd want to do that with my 2.0 because it would be cuter. I want to make a chibi as well of my 2.0, but that will come. I have, the more injuries I have in that wrist, the more I'm like, I don't have a lot of time to make these models. Like I don't have a lot of, you know, I don't have a lot of like, I don't have infinite time. If I get like a proper wrist injury, I'm like done for, you know? What's with the dinosaur? Hello, J Master, welcome in. Someone asked what dinosaur to put in a park. I assume it's like a game. And then I think it was Mio who mentioned a dinosaur with long neck, because I was like, oh, a dinosaur with long neck after I said the T-Rex. And that's why there's a dinosaur on my screen right now. And I was like, how big are these? And they are huge. They are huge. Wait, what is a lot of poses? I think I mispronounce the program all the time, but I call it Warudo. But I think other people call it Warudo. I really cannot pronounce W's. I really struggle. Because in Norwegian, so I'm from Norway, we don't use W. We use like just normal V for everything. So I really struggle to say Naruto or like anything with a W in it at the beginning. I keep hearing Boruto, too anime brain. No. I actually haven't watched Boruto. I watched Naruto. Some of it. I watched the first, like before, what is it called? I don't remember what it's called, but it's like, it's split into two, isn't it? There's like Naruto, like the OG stuff, and then there's more that comes after it, which is still Naruto. Is it Shippuden or something? I think I saw it before that, and I didn't watch Boruto. I don't know if it's good. Is it good? Would you say it's good? Hi, Lucy. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, the rose I'm making is for Goober fan art of a friend. I made a Goober template model for fun. I saw that one. I didn't have time to respond in the Discord. Sometimes I'll look at things and be like, that looks really cool. And then just like, because I'm busy, I forget to answer or respond. But I saw that. That was amazing. Did I? Actually, I don't know if I said anything. Hang on. I did say something. No, I didn't. You used my emote and I confused that for me saying something. I saw it. I saw it was really cool. And I thought that's an amazing idea, because then you can just like make lots of them. Not lots of them, but you can make them quicker than you can do like from scratch every single time, you know? Chibis are cute. They are very cute. I want to make lots of different iterations of my 2.0, I think. Like, I want to make a chibi. I want to make like a low poly one. And all that fun stuff. Doing better, but also Monster Hunter time. I hope you enjoy Monster Hunter. I hope you have a fantastic time slaying them or whatever you do in that game. I think you fight them, don't you? Sorry, I just need a drink. Wetter weather, never weathered. Wetter weather, better. Right, listen. Don't trick my brain, okay? My wrist is doing better, but still needs a bit more time. Your wrist is hurting too? Oh my god, we've synced up our injuries. That's crazy. I hope you're feeling better soon. It really sucks to have fucked up wrist, to be honest. You don't realize like how much you need something until it's like, yeah, you can't use it, like a part of your body. Like even like your thumb, like you just take it for granted, right? But imagine if you didn't have your thumb anymore. Like you wouldn't be able to use it. It wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't make sense. It'd be very well, it wouldn't be very difficult to adapt, I think, but it would be definitely something you'd have to adapt to because it's so important. My wrist is fine. I just used your email to see if you think it was your speech again or not. Oh. Listen, okay, don't. I wouldn't realize. I wouldn't, like, it was. Listen, okay? Discord is very hard on the eyes. I thought your wrist was genuinely bad. Like, you had problems with it. I take it back now. I hope you don't have a good wrist, or I hope it doesn't improve. Good luck with your hit rate. Is it hard to use Great Sword? Yeah, much quicker than full body models too. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I want to make lots of little versions of a model. I really like the whole like me in every universe type stuff. Like, you know, when you see people draw like their OC or whatever in different art styles, or they'll like put them in different like situations. I love stuff like that. I don't know why. I'm such a sucker for like me in every universe. It's like TikToks of it as well. But it's usually like couple related, where it's like us in every universe, and it's like us as a cat, us as a fish, you know? It's so cute. I have hiccups. Oh, I have hiccups. I'll have you guys know, I was only drinking water for the past 2 days, and I still got hiccups. I was flabbergasted. I thought the fizzy drinks were causing hiccups, but I think it's just me trying to drink anything. My body's like, how dare you? How fucking dare you? And gives me hiccups. It's annoying. I do stretches. Could you send me some of the stretches you do, if you wouldn't mind? Because I have stretches from like the physio people when I had like the really bad injury around Christmas. But I don't know if they're just like targeted towards that specific issue that I had with the wrist. I think I have a different issue now. So any stretches that anyone has or suggestions would be amazing. I got a suggestion earlier, which was to put some ice on it, which makes sense. I'm going to try that as well. I don't think it's going to like fix it, but I do think that it'll probably help it not happen in the future once it's recovered. Claymation Zenny. I think that would be cool as fuck. I think I saw some TikToks lately, which was, I think it was like, I think someone had 3D printed parts to make like a figurine, and then they'd made like an animation out of it with like, which it was like claymation but without clay. It was just 3D printed parts, and it was so cool. And I thought, what if you make like a 3D model to look like a claymation or something like that, but then animate in 3D? I think I saw someone do that on, it was one of the challenges, the 3D animation challenges. Oh, what is that person called? I always watch their compilations. They're so fucking cool that what people do. And I swear one of them was like a claymation one. I wonder if it was the parkour one. Parkour 3D challenge. Punisher. Punisher's a channel, but Punisher's not the person who made it. Punisher just makes challenges that people do, and they submit them, and then they have all these like really cool montages. They have like a contest. It's really cool. Savannah XYZ does a claymation style in 3D. Oh yeah, I've seen that person. They were on my TikToks for a real long time. It was either TikTok or YouTube. And their stuff is so cool. Like, it's very, like, most of the things I see on my Twitter, on my TikTok and whatever is like VTuber related, because that's what I interact with. But I really like seeing non-VTuber 3D related stuff as well, or like VR chat related content, because it just shows a lot of different styles. Like, anime is cool, but if all you see is anime, you're not gonna get inspired to maybe do something else, you know? But I do am a sucker for like toon related animations. Is something squeaking? Oh, sorry, that was our that was our window blind thing. We have like an automated window blind opener and closer, and for some reason, we don't know why, when it closes it squeaks like there's no tomorrow. No reason why, because it doesn't do it if you were to normally do it. Also, I'll put my dinosaur away. There we go. Forget to mention with that tip, best to wrap the ice up in a towel so it's just very cold but not wet. Yes, 100%. I think what I've done before is I've taken a tea towel and put it around and then put it on, so that otherwise you can cause damage if you just put like ice on body, you know? I think. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I assume that's why people recommend to wrap it in some kind of towel. So I'm gonna definitely try that as well. Ice on the wrist cools it down and lowers any swelling, but it can stiffen your joints and muscles, so doing so just before activities. Oh, is it not good to do before activities? Sorry, that was my chair. Oh, we figured out why my chair is squeaking, by the way. So I'm an idiot, and apparently every time I've been like, you know, when you lift yourself up for your chair to like put yourself further back, I've been leaning on this one side, which is this one. My other one is fine. My other one doesn't squeak, but this one does. And if you look at it, it's like bent. It's like proper bent. And that's why it's making the noise. So I might need to get a new chair and maybe learn how to sit like a normal human being soon. I think it doesn't help that sometimes I'll sit cross-legged on my chair, and that will probably also push on it. So yeah, I've somehow managed to bend metal. I'm a metal bender. Hi, Chilky. Thank you so much for the check-in. I hope you're doing well. I often do it after I was at the gym because the bones in my hands got sore and it takes the pain away temporarily for me. After it's fine for a day until I go gym again. That's fair. I miss the gym, like proper gym. I do exercise it at home at the moment, but I used to be like proper like, I'm gonna go to gym every single day and I'm gonna go on the treadmill for 2 hours watching The Office and I'm gonna have a grand old time, and I'd also lift weights the same days I went onto the treadmill. It was amazing. It was gym. Don't know. Gym. Am I saying it wrong? Gym? I don't know. But yeah, I miss going to the gym. The gym. But yeah. I want my ideal like house is having a like an indoor like a home gym. Oh, fuck, now I keep thinking about how I say it. An indoor gym, but like with a squat rack and with I think the minimum is a squat rack, a bench, and obviously weights and a barbell. I think if I have that, I'm happy, because then I can do bench press, squats, and deadlifts. Oh, I guess I need like a mat as well. But yeah, I don't have the room for that at the moment, which is very sad. I do have an exercise bike though, and I'm using that a lot more frequently, just to try and up my stamina, because my stamina isn't that great. Asthma doesn't help, so I'm trying to like do that so I can have less asthma symptoms, basically. Homemade gym, you say? All right. Not homemade. Indoor gym, like home-based gym. I keep trying to say it now, like with a G, no, with a gym. Anyways, we're gonna take a 3-minute break, just because Twitch demands it, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes. Well, I have something to drink already, actually, so I'm not gonna get a drink, but I might just stretch my legs, and I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. All right? BRB. Welcome back. Where is that emo from? Oh, TwitchCon hype? Oh, that's why I haven't seen it. TwitchCon is around the corner, right? Or am I crazy? I feel like I got a email about something. Maybe it wasn't. No, please, Google. I do not want to give you my location. In May, yes. Rotterdam, Netherlands. How cool is that? Oh, and there is one in the US as well in November. I wonder if that's... Maybe it's always been there. I don't know. But yes, welcome back, everyone. I didn't get anything else to drink because I realized I still have my huge water bottle with squash or juice. What juice did I get today? I think I got... What's it called? It's Vimto? Vimto? I like Vimto a lot. Senicon. Hello, Toku. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I don't know how well Senicon would do. Just a whole convention for me. Is everyone dressing up as me? I think that would be cool, actually. I wonder how many people would dress up as my 1.0 versus 2.0, you know? Like, I feel like the 1.0 is easier. It's just, like, normal clothing. But my 2.0 is a bit more, like, idol-esque, right? I will now get a cosplay of you. Do it! And then you can say that it's really you. That I'm you, or you're me. Hell yeah. Okay, the rose was like 1,400 triangles with that method, so after making it, I traced it with polymolding and made a 118 triangle one. That's fair. I mean, the method obviously allows you to get very, like... It depends on the rose, right? If you have a lot of curves on the rose, it's going to be more triangles. You could just reduce the amount of loops, and then there's less. I also think, I wonder if... Did you adjust the... I'm trying to think if you did curves or not. Did you adjust the resolution on the curve? If it was a curve? Because that might have had something to do with it. Because that's a lot of triangles. Sadly, decimating it didn't do anything. But I mean, did you... Hang on, was it... Let me check. I think it's a curve, isn't it? Yeah, use the draw tool to... And the hand draw curves didn't have a setting for that? Oh. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, because it is quite high res, isn't it? When you deal with the curve one. Oh, now I want to try that. Hang on. I want to see if I can... No. No Blender for now. No, I'm gonna jump on Blender real quick. I just want to test it. But yeah, tracing things like a rose does make sense. It does make sense. I just want to see if there's a way to like adjust it on the hand-drawn curves. Maybe there isn't, actually. Sorry, my Blender's still opening. Oh, is egg... Wait, oh, egg doesn't work. I'm so sorry. Can I refund you that point? How do I... Actually, I'll give you a free... Oh, egg is like 500. Hang on. How do I refund people points? Activity? No. Not a problem. Was curious what it would do. So usually it puts an egg on my head. But because I've swapped the model over, it doesn't do it. But I want to refund you those points. Because 500 is a lot of points. Actually, first, let me turn that redeem off so no one else accidentally does it. There we go. And then... How do I... Hang on. Let me Google it. Remove or refund channel point Twitch. Possible to reject and refund a request. How do I do that? Go to your channel points redemption queue on your Twitch dashboard. Oh, wait, I was missing the button, I think. Doesn't do anything. Twitch dashboard. You think I would know how to do this by now? Let's see. Where is it? There we go. Wait, I have like requests from like 5 months ago. Hang on, I need to go. I should probably like refund that one and then complete the rest. There's, why wouldn't it sort it by newest? That's wild. Okay, hang on. There we go. And then I'll complete the rest. And that should be fine. All right. You seem confused. I was confused. I was trying to figure out where the channel point refund thing was, and it wasn't showing me on my OBS. But it's fine. I've done it now. I'm scared to do that for mine. It usually sends out a barrage of fists. What? What? Where? Sent to work in progress. The little rose is on her head. Ooh, let me have a look. Oh, that's so cute. That's very cute. I like that a lot. Thank you for the headbutt. Thank you. Hello, soil worker. Welcome in. Justice. Justice? What does show me one do? Show me? Oh, snow me? It should just snow, I think. Hang on, I'll show you. Oh, wait, it was redeemed. Yeah, there's a bit of snow, but it's cut off to the side because of how I set up the VTube studio. But yeah, it just has a bit of snow. I think we added it during Christmas. Jeez, I'm tired. Did you not have a good sleep? It is Friday, so you are allowed to sleep in tomorrow if you don't have work. I don't know why I always assume people don't have work on the weekend. I think it's because I don't have work on the weekend, but it's definitely not the case for everyone else. Is there no music? There should be. Wait, why can't you guys hear? Oh god, what have I done? What the hell? It was working before, right? Why is it not working? Hang on. Have you guys just been hearing my voice the entire time? Has there not been any music? No one said anything? Okay. There should be music now. I was listening to lo-fi music this entire time. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I never have a good sleep. I hope in the future you will do. The classic snow cutoff. I know. That's just what snow does, you know? I thought this was the stream style. No. Usually I have a bit of lo-fi music on in the background, and I think it must be because I did a recording of something. I recorded a little video showing the Potato Tune plugin that Visu made, and I think I must have turned down the audio for that because I think I was like watching a video or something. So that, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. Tell me next time. If you tell me and then I go, no, it's intentional, then you'll know. Oh, that's funny. I need to read properly, but in my defense, it is 2 in the morning. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. 2 in the morning, though. That's late. That's late. If you need to go sleep, you're more than welcome to sleep. I'm not going to hold you hostage. The chat might, but I won't. You're allowed to sleep. But also, you're more than welcome to stay. Originally, I was going to go for an even simpler goober style, but then I saw some art and got reminded of Spiral Knights, and I ended up going for those proportions instead. I've never heard of Spiral Knights. Let me have a look at it. Spiral Knights. Oh, wait, is this a web-based game? MMO? I've never heard of this. Is it new? It doesn't look new. Like, it looks like 2010s. It was released in 2011, so that makes sense. That's cool, though. It's a very nice style. Oh my god, it's on Linux, if you didn't know. Now you know. It's also on what is known as classic Mac OS. I don't know if that would, like still be good for modern Mac OS. I don't know. Your voice can hold everyone's attention perfectly. Ah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. The voice is the music. You can't trick me to start singing. You cannot. I know what you're trying to do. Is it late or early? You mean 2 a.m. or like right now? At the moment, it's like 8:30-ish. I'm also on Linux. If you didn't know, now you know. What, Twitch? You can watch Twitch on Linux? That's crazy. I tried Linux once. I really did. I think, well, I say I tried Linux. I don't know how people feel about like what I tried, but I tried Ubuntu. Is that what it's called? Because it was pretty and I thought it was very cute. And it's a very like user-friendly Linux, right? I think it's Linux. I don't know. Maybe I just installed malware, but this was many years ago because my computer, so I had like a laptop. I've used gaming laptops mostly when I was younger, and then I had transitioned into desktops. But I had a laptop that just died. I think it was a hard drive that died or something else. So I got a new device and I was like, fuck this. I hate Windows because it fucked up my PC, and I don't even know if it was Windows' fault. But I'm gonna try Linux now. And so I did. And then I think I promptly swapped over to Windows. I mean, at the time, I don't know, remember how many games you could actually play on Linux. I think it's got, well, I don't know. Okay, Flander, you can respond to this. You can answer this. And anyone else who uses Linux. But would you say that Linux have gotten better or worse in terms of being able to play video games on it? Because you have stuff like more games that are available on Linux, but then you have other games that just like cannot be used because of anti-cheat, based on what I've heard. I don't know like how much it matters. I guess it depends on what game you play. Like, can you play like League of Legends on Linux? I don't know if you'd want to, but if you were forced at gunpoint to play League of Legends, could you do it, or would you just die, you know? In Minecraft, of course. 2 a.m. is it early or late? 2 a.m. is early, right? Or I don't know. 2 a.m. is early. No, it's late. But no, it depends, isn't it? It depends like it depends on the context. Kernel level anti-cheat has become popular, and that's a no-go on Linux, I think. Goes for BF, Battlefield? Or something else. And League of Legends. Yeah, I think Riot Games hates Linux users. And they were like, yeah, fuck those Linux users. We're gonna do anti-cheat and say fuck them. And that's why people on Linux cannot play League of Legends. Probably for the best, to be honest. It's better these days with the exception of anti-cheat games, at least for regular users. There are ways to get anti-cheat games to work, but that's rather advanced. Do you have to circumvent the anti-cheat to get it to work? Because I feel like that would trigger the anti-cheat. I feel like it wouldn't be very happy about that. But yeah, it sucks that you can't use... I don't get why you can't use kernel level anti-cheat though. Like, how... Like, Linux to me screams very open. Like, you can do anything and everything that you want to do. So why would that not, like, is it an access issue, or is it like it just doesn't work with Linux? Is it because it's expecting something else and that's why it doesn't work? Like, I'm trying to think. I'm lacking knowledge on this matter, I think. How does anti-cheat work? I don't know. My assumption is that it looks for programs that it knows are programs made to cheat. And that's why it needs like very deep access. The point of kernel level anti-cheat is that the user / player cannot modify it. Linux makes it too easy. Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I have no idea how it works. My assumption was just that it would, one of the things it would do is look for programs that is commonly used for cheating. And it would, like, what happens if you just have a program on and then you try and like go into like, say, League? Does it just ban you on the spot even though you haven't like gone into a game yet and you haven't used it? Like, I do wonder, how do you cheat in League? I don't know. I think my experiences in League of Legends, even though they've been like mentally torture, I don't think I've like come across many cheaters. Surprisingly, I know that in other games like shooters and stuff, you'll have people who cheat all the time. But in League of Legends, I might have called them a cheater, but they probably didn't cheat. They're probably just better than me. But I think there's a few instances of people using exploits, so they're not necessarily cheats. They're, you know, things shouldn't work that way and they exploit it basically. Or there might have been people who, I think there's some people, when I've heard of cheats in League, they've done like they can just dodge any attack type stuff. And that's just not just like skill issue, like they genuinely like are using a program to do it. And macros, but I remember using a macro that every time I press an ability would scream gems in the chat because I'm a massive Tariq simp. But that literally did nothing but just put a chat messaging to annoy the enemy team, and probably my team, to be fair. Used it very briefly, but there are many ways to do anti-cheat, but a lot of it comes down to verify the gamer hasn't modified the game with an external program. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think the only time that I've used like what you say cheats in a video game are, I think Pokemon on, was it a DS, had like some cheats, or maybe I think my friend had some cheats for the GameCube, and I think I used some cheats just to like be able to go through walls and stuff on Pokemon, like not multiplayer, just like I'm playing this locally, like offline, and I just want to get past this shitty thing that I couldn't get past. This was like many years ago. And then I remember in the game Bully, there was a very easy way to go to this like arcade or something and then use, was it Cheat Engine? Which you'll see, I don't know if they exist anymore, but on YouTube there used to be so many tutorials on how to use a Cheat Engine to do XYZ in video game. They never fucking worked because it was always like they were trying to do it in like online games like Club Penguin and stuff to like get free money and whatever. But the Cheat Engine on Bully did actually work. And then I stopped playing it. I never finished Bully. It was a very good game when I played it though. I quite liked it. I think I just got, oh well, you know, I got all this money now and this arcade thing. I don't remember what if it was an arcade or it was something. I remember cycling or biking to a place and then getting, like doing the Cheat Engine stuff and then getting a bunch of whatever. Hi Norwal, hello. Thank you for the snow. I hope you're doing well. It modifies the game memory. Okay, yeah, so that definitely is not allowed. But I always wonder, like, what if you have like a computer that has a program like that installed from like years ago? What if you've had a computer for years and then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna start playing League of Legends? Do you just immediately get banned? Because I don't think I have Cheat Engine in this computer, but it's something that I don't think would be fair as a ban if you're not even using the program, or maybe you just had installed for years ago, you know? Cindy's a cheater. I'm not. Listen, I've only ever used, I call them cheats, but they're not really cheats. I don't see them as cheats unless it's in like a multiplayer game, but I've only used quote unquote cheats in local games that I own and have bought. to get an advantage, which is only local, no multiplayer or anything, you know? Fair or not, they don't want to take the chances. I guess. It's a bit silly, but good night, guys. Cheers. No worries. I hope you have a good night's sleep. And I hope you have a good evening / morning / day tomorrow when you wake up. Have a lovely day. I'm gonna have a sip. So I've not really done like just chatting-esque streams before, but I've realized how similar it is to when I'm like streaming normally, and it kind of just shows me how much I talk and stop and get distracted when I'm like doing texturing and stuff. Like I feel like this is no different than me just doing a normal stream. I'm doing just as little texturing. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. I'm still obviously gonna talk always when I'm doing my normal streams, but maybe I need to like practice talking and focusing at the same time, like doing both at the same time, you know? I'm gonna go to bed, so sleepy. Bye bye. No worries, Dumo. I hope you too also have a good night's sleep or a better sleep. I hope you get to sleep in tomorrow for the longest time. Most anti-cheat is in multiplayer games. The other stuff is anti-piracy measures. You cannot just give a copy of the game to a friend or how much number is that? A million strangers? I'm not gonna lie. I will always support piracy. TBH. Now I buy all my games and I buy, you know, everything that I use. But maybe not when I was younger. Is that allowed to say? I feel like the 2000s and the 2010s were different, all right? They were different. Now we have services that kind of make sense, or kind of, sort of, like, deserve your money, but not really. And it's more convenient just to buy it if you can afford it, right? But I also wonder if maybe we're going down the road of piracy again with all the, you know, Netflix increasing their prices and Spotify increasing their prices and everyone's increasing their prices and not offering a better service. So as a concept, I will always support piracy personally. I know, hot take, as if like people on the internet don't all support piracy. Fair. I think I've seen some people who are like, no, how dare you pirate this multi-billion-dollar company game. Oh my god, how dare you. Yeah, your streams sometimes become a full just chatting when you get distracted. I know. I'm trying to, like, obviously this is a just chatting stream, more or less. I was on the border if I wanted to do like any texturing, and we might do it, we might not, but sorry, hiccup. But I'm trying to be a bit better when I'm actually doing the texturing, because I think I don't get much done if I don't work on it offline. Yao streams are the best. I mean, yep. Imagine if you just put an eye on there. But yeah, I'm gonna sip actually. My mouth is a little bit not dry. I'm sorry, I have hiccups. I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm literally just drinking squash or juice. And for some reason, I keep getting hiccups by just existing. It's so annoying. Yeah, we stream when? Probably not in this lifetime. Substance Painter has noticed you haven't made any strokes recently. We are concerned you may be attempting illicit activate these. As a preventive measure, we are shutting down the program and locking your license. Please consult your manual on how to unlock your license with a one-time anti-piracy fee. With love, Adobe. Adobe can do on activities. Oh, I thought you meant like activations. Like, do you know what I miss though? I do miss the art and the beauty of keygens. Is that what they're called? Yeah, key generators. There was just something about them, like how insanely loud they were and how scared you were to actually open it because it was so many flashing colors, and you were like, am I really gonna trust this? Like, this is probably installed like 10,000 different spywares on my computer by just opening this program. But you know what? I might get a free game. Or I might get access to a game rather. But yeah, I do miss that aspect. I think keygens were just cool. I like them a lot. Zany, how do you draw frills so I don't have to model every single one? Is this frills on a skirt? You can do similar to the rose, where you draw the shape of the frills and then you extrude up. That could work. Or what you can also do is, if they're a bit more symmetrical, you can take a circle and then grab, like, after X points, you grab those and you scale them towards the, oh my god, what is it called? Towards the fucking circle. What is it? Oh my god, what is it called? The cursor, the 3D cursor. You scale it towards that. You change that, and then you. Oh, you didn't mean that. Painting on the texture so it looks like frills, but it's a flat plane. You UV unwrap it so that it's not square, but it's rectangle. And then you put it into Clip Studio Paint, and then you get a frill brush. And there you go. Oh, and then you just erase everything around it. There you go. Easy. The unfortunate answer is there is a million ways. True, true. Make one and then instance them on a curve. That could work. You can also do an array, which I think would work with the curve bit. What do you mean a frill brush? You guys have that? In Clip Studio Paint you do. Clip Studio Paint is a lot of things. I don't know if you use it, but basically it is amazing. It has its own little like marketplace. So some bits will be purchasable, so you have to pay real money. That you have to basically load up your, I think it's called Clippies or something, and then you can pay it. But other stuff are free that you can just download. And I think even a frill brush comes by default with Clip Studio Paint, if I don't misremember. So what I like to do for stuff like patterns or stuff like things where I can use a brush is, if it's something that I can make square or make rectangle, I guess, I will then export the texture or export like that part, and then go into Clip Studio Paint, do the brush, and then put it back into whatever program I need it for, and then there you go. Like, it's super, super simple. And then what you can do is, if it's like a brush like that, you can do a selection, invert the selection on the layer where you put the brush, invert the selection, and then erase the alpha of everything around it in that area, so like in that square, so that you can then have like the transparency as well. It's just one of those little things. Yeah, because the part coming from under the skirt and the little things flaring out from the sleeves on the goober are supposed to be frills, but I'm not modeling them. Yeah, I definitely just use a plane then. And if you're using a plane, like if it's just like a loop, not loop, yeah, like a loop, then you can just make that square like super easy. So definitely try that out. I wonder if I have, hang on, maybe there's some tutorials. Hang on. I don't know if there will be any tutorials like specific on that. There might be tutorials as part of like something. If not, I can try and maybe make a little video tomorrow to show you how to do it. Yeah, I couldn't find anything. But yeah, Clip Studio Paint has a lot of good stuff. I know that it's a bit controversial because people don't like the fact that you have to subscribe if you don't buy it outright, which I think you can do, but then you don't get updates. You can instead subscribe, and that means like, you know, you never really own it. You can also buy upgrade packages, but I think you get like quite a hefty free trial for it as well if you haven't tried it out before. I remember it being 6 months. I don't know if it still is. It's up to 3 months. Oh, sorry. It was 6 months on the Galaxy Store, and it's 3 months for Windows, macOS, iPad. On iPhone, it's free for every 30 hours. That's weird. So you can definitely use Clip Studio Paint without having to actually purchase it if you just want to try it out or use it for something small. I think I bought it like years ago, but now I'm subscribing to it because I want all the updates. And I think you have to subscribe to it to use it across devices. So you have to, like, I want to use it on my iPad and I also want to use it on my PC. I then have to be subscribed because I don't think they do a non-subscription version for iPad, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. It's cheaper than Adobe, so so I think that's a win, to be honest. Yeah, according to the website, it says 150,000 free creative materials on the Clip Studio Asset Store. Now, the asset part or the store part, it's a little bit not great in terms of how it's built. Usually you have to go into Clip Studio Paint, go into like, you can go on the website or you can go through like their website. And then you pick the one you want and then you download it, and it will then download it to Clip Studio Paint, and there'll be like a little loading bar thing that shows you when it's downloaded. If you interrupt it before it's finished, it won't download it. So that's just something to keep in mind. Some of these brush packs are big, especially if they have like a bunch of different brushes. I forgot Clip Studio Paint is like paid. Yeah, it is paid. I think it's one of the few programs that's definitely like actually worth the money. And as I said, you can buy it outright. They usually have frequent sales as well that I've seen. The only thing is, if you do buy it outright, you won't get future updates, but you'll get all the updates that exist so far. Do you know what I mean? Cheaper than Adobe, but that doesn't say much. Okay, hang on. Let me get the price for you. If I go buy, so they have two different versions as well, which does make things a bit confusing. Let's see. So they have the perpetual license. So you can get Clip Studio Paint Pro version 5, which is $63. That's USD. Which does go on 50% sales, I've seen. Then there's Clip Studio Paint X version 5.0 edition. That one's a bit more money. And by a bit more, I mean $277. Again, goes on sale quite frequently. That one, I think I bought a Pro when I bought it because I don't really care for animation. Not yet anyway. So X is very good for animation and comics. I think you can still do animations on Pro, but I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that because I haven't checked the features lately. But definitely for like proper comics and stuff, you'd want X. You can get a monthly, there's a monthly pass, which is from $0.99 a month, which means you just subscribe. They have like a little thing that tells you like how many devices you need, what software grade you need, payment schedule and stuff. So if I were to do dual device, I want Pro, then it will be $7.49 a month or $35.99 a year, which I'm pretty sure isn't Adobe like $20-$30 a month. It's definitely worth it, to be honest. Clip Studio Paint is very worth its money, and it goes on sale a few times a year too. People really, I mean, people are, I think, allowed to complain about how Clip Studio Paint has changed its pricing structure, because it used to be buy it once, get all sorts of updates, and then I think they probably realized it wasn't very sustainable, so they swapped to, right, when version 2 comes, you're gonna have to either get an upgrade pass, which I think is that a monthly or is that a you can get an upgrade pass, which is cheaper, which then adds on, I think, or you can just subscribe to get the newest updates, so you can pay monthly or yearly, but then you still keep your existing like 1.0 whatever you bought. So I think there are definitely, like, I get why people didn't like the fact that it changed, but I also do think that they've done so many changes, it makes sense they'd want to charge more for it. So yeah, I quite like it. Not sponsored. I just really like Clip Studio Paint. I think it's one of the few programs for me that feels like they give a shit, if that makes sense. Like Adobe doesn't give a shit. They really don't care. They just want your money. But with Clip Studio Paint, at least they try to show you that they care. I think they've been in a bit of a controversy lately. I haven't really looked at it because it hasn't really sparked my attention, but I think there was something about one of their competition images that people thought were AI. I don't actually know what happened with that controversy, but I think Clip Studio Paint has been in controversy before for using, or was that, am I thinking of Huion? The drawing tablets companies, I think, were also in a bit of a controversy because of AI related imagery that they post on social media. But I think that was like third party artists that had done that. It wasn't like under Clip Studio Paint, or not Clip Studio Paint, but like under Huion or under XP Pen, as far as I remember. And then Adobe's like, yeah, we're just gonna put AI into everything and you guys are gonna love it. Which, no, I'm not a fan. Oh, you can buy different upgrades depending on which version you came from as well. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna have a quick drink. Does anyone have any fun things on the weekend? Any fun things planned? I think... Oh yeah, I said I was going on an outing. I might have sushi tomorrow. Oh my god, I fucking love sushi. I can't wait. But then I don't think I have anything else planned. Might try and be a bit social this weekend. Because I've been working on like 3D stuff, I've been a bit like, not antisocial, but I wanted to just focus and do like the things I need to do, and then I haven't done that. So when I'm social with people, I kind of just lose focus immediately. Sadly, college activities, but I want to do more 3D. You'll be able to just smash out the college activities and then you can do more 3D. There you go. Good afternoon. Hello, Backfort. Welcome in. Good afternoon, beautiful lady. How are you today? Excuse me, do you know God? Because you sound like one of his angels. Aw, that's very sweet of you. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a lovely evening or day, depending on your time zone. You sound like my mom saying that. Oh my god. No, but I know how stressful uni / well, did I ever experience college? I'm trying to think, because we have this thing in Norway which is called videregående. Finish your vegetables and then you can have some ice cream. Oh, I want some ice cream. On the other day, I saw a commercial that had like, I don't know what it was, but I think it was Magnum, you know, the ice cream brand. Well, I don't know if they're everywhere, but in the UK they exist. But they weren't eating ice cream. They were like these little things, like these little like cookie shaped things, and they would eat it but from the ice cream box, which looks very strange, and I want to try some, but I'm trying to be good and not have ice cream every day. I had some apple toffee today. That was really nice. So I need to stay good. I also had pizza today, but that was all calculated. It was all calculated, so it all fit into my thing. Finish your college activities and you can do a little 3D modeling as a treat. Hell yeah. Just smash through them and then you'll be like, holy shit, how I have so much time left in the day to do 3D? ? What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't think I have any other plans though, other than that. I know that next week is gonna be, I say next week is gonna be busy at work, but I feel like every week the past 2 months I've been busy at work, so it will end at some point, but not yet. But I'm hoping my wrist feels a bit better then and we can go back to normal, but I'll have to see. I keep bending my arm because I'm like sitting and then I'm like, you know, like like, you know, when you have like your arms on your hips, or like your hands on your hips, I keep doing that and then being like, oh, why does my wrist hurt? I think I'm a bit stupid. I should stop doing that. Meanwhile, me avoiding 3D modeling because I'm not sure. What are you making? Or what were you making when you were working on it? You might just need a break, you know. It's okay to, it's rich coming from me, I know. But it's okay to take a break from 3D and just like watch something. Watch something mindless. Watch Married at First Sight UK season 10. And get sad at the fact that everyone is kind of just a horrible person. But you love watching it, so you'll just keep watching like 30 whatever episodes there is. I think I'm on like episode 26 or something now. It's a bit crazy. How much episodes of that I've been watching while I'm not on the computer. It's just like, oh, it's so stupid. I don't know if you guys know the concept of Married at First Sight. I think it started in Australia, or it's very popular in Australia, one of the two. But basically the concept of it is a TV show where there's a bunch of people that will say, they'll basically tell like the quote-unquote experts what they're looking for in a partner, and then the experts or whoever is like running the show will look through all these couples and try and match people up based on like what they're looking for and their values and like, you know, all that jazz, how they match. And then they basically show up and meet at the first time while they're about to get married, and then there's a whole show around them going on their honeymoon, them doing in-law weeks, like going to each other's in-laws and interacting with them, the couples interacting with the other couples, like a dinner party, or like, I think there's something called an honesty box, which is just always questions used to stir drama. And then they do homestay week or something, where they like go home and think about things, and then they decide at the end if they actually want to quote unquote stay married. They're obviously not married in real life, but if they want to stay married and like succeed with the experiment, I guess. And I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did. I'm not a person that usually likes the reality TV shows like Love Island, but at the same time I am, because I used to watch this show in Norway, which is kind of like Love Island-esque, but it's Norwegian, called Paradise Hotel. I fucking love that show so much. It was so dumb, but it was great. And then I watched a little bit of, I watched 90 Day Fiancé, but it's not really a reality show in the same sense. But I watched some of it. But Married at First Sight, and oh, The Ultimatum, I watched that as well. Married at First Sight, just, I don't know, something about it just absolutely struck me, because when I watch them meet each other, there's always like a sub story or whatever, and it's so cute. I almost cry every time I see the couples meet, because they're just like, they look so innocent and happy, and like, oh my god, they've found someone they're gonna like marry on the show and stuff like that. It looks really cute. And then turns out half of them, at the very least half of them, are like horrible people. I think I know the results of this season that I'm watching because I googled it stupidly. I think there's only one couple that survived, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, it's a quote-unquote good show. It's really not good, but it is good. It's good TV. It's good TV. That's what it is. And you do kind of find yourself rooting for some of them, like the couples that you think like will make it and will be good. But to be honest, even one of the most perfect couples for this season that I've watched didn't make it because one of them cheated or something, which is, oh, why would you do that? I think they cheated outside the show as well, which like sucks even more, because if you don't look it up, if you don't look at it, you go, oh, that was really cute, I love that couple, and then you look it up and you're like, oh, they didn't last. Why? Watch Paint Dry season 10 episode 4. Honestly, if that was a show, I'd probably watch it. You're very into the show. I just like it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think, I don't know, it's such a whirlwind, because there was a couple of people that I really liked and was like, oh, you're cool, I'm rooting for you, and then halfway through I'm like, nah, these are horrible people, get them out. But you can't win a prize or anything. It's not like one of those reality shows. It's just like, you basically either drop out of the experiment and don't continue with like your partner, or you end up, quote unquote, remarrying them at the end. It's a very cool show. I like it. I should either lock in and learn character modeling or actually finish a project instead of starting an 8th one. How about this, right? Why don't you go back? If you worked on the 8th one, why don't you go back to the first one and try and finish that one? And then you can like do a little like circle moment where you go back and try and finish. Because then maybe by the time you get to the 7th one, which I assume is your current one or your most recent one, you'll have had time since then, you know? And that means you can also clean up your old projects. Or just like, you don't even have to be necessarily happy with them, but I think being able to finish a project is really important. Because then you're like, right, that's it, it's done. I say that, and I have a shit ton of work in progress drawings that I never finished. But there was this one drawing I did draw up 3 times in total, and I did finish it at one point. And I was like, you know what? I'm happy. I finished it at the end. That felt good, you know? You already know I'm here. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Hello, Ike. You're here for the wisdom. The daily / weekly wisdom. Wisdom for today. What is the wisdom for this week? Do stretches if you spend a lot of time on the computer. That's my wisdom, because I am currently suffering because I didn't do that. So yeah, do stretches. I think that actually applies to anything you do. Like if you're doing a lot of exercising, you should probably do stretches. If you're spending a lot of time on the computer, you should probably do stretches. If you're spending a lot of time sitting, you should do stretches, because otherwise you're probably gonna have a bad time down the road. So yeah, do stretches. Good advice. I used to follow a stretching program. This was general fitness stretches. I think it was from Reddit. I used to use Reddit as a big like source of like information and like what I thought was real and honest information. I think now if you go on Reddit, you're gonna find a lot of like comments and stuff that they're just bots or they're just AI and whatever crap. But they used to be, I think it used to be a really good source of information, like real information from people. And does Reddit have a stretching subreddit? I feel like that's where I got it from. And it's like a program. I kind of stopped doing it because I don't know. I just forgot. Let me go into the... Is it stretching I'm thinking of? Do they not have a mods needed? There's a new subreddit. Was it not stretching? I'm trying to find that specific one. Maybe it was flexibility, actually. Flexibility as a subreddit. Don't know where to start. Click here. Let me see if I can find the specific name. Oh, it's starting to stretch. It's in like their Wikipedia. And they have these like cheat sheets that show you like all the movements, because you can do it alongside a video, but they also have like a PNG and a PDF cheat sheet of the things. And it's just like general nice stretches to do to make sure you're like staying flexible, I guess. Character modeling is really hard at the start, but once you start getting the hang of it and find your own way of making stuff, it gets really easy. Except for hair. Hair sucks. It will never get easy. Hair will get easy. Hair will get easy. I don't know about low poly hair. Maybe that's different. But hair to me is always a very tedious process. But it definitely gets easier. Hair doesn't seem too bad. I guess ignorance is bliss. Hair is alright. Hair is alright. I would much rather do hair than do like very intricate clothing details, or like very like retopology in the body every day. Do you know what I mean? Hi Ems, hello, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I love your emotes, they're so cute. Yes, do stretches. All the time. All the time. Always. Just do them now. Do them now. I'm gonna have a sip. But when doing stretches, be careful, okay? You don't want to overexert yourself. You don't want to accidentally pull anything trying to stretch. Stretch time, friends. I would do it if I knew any good stretches for my wrist. If I had trackers, that would be amazing. We could do like a little yoga session. I don't know how to do yoga, but we can figure it out. We can just do stretches all day. Also, thank you so much for the check-in. It really is. It is. Ignorance is bliss. For example, I don't know how to do geonodes, so I'm very happy. Don't you literally have trackers? I do. But I don't know if I want to do stretches now that my wrist is a bit, or like yoga now that my wrist is a little bit iffy. I want to start using them again as well, because I used them for quite some, like for a little period of time, very frequently. And then I was like, right, I need to charge them. And then I just never, like charged them after that. But I want to start using them again. I'm also waiting for butterflies, which I think they're coming in, well, their estimated time of shipment is in August, but that might get delayed depending on what happens. So, but I'm excited for them. I'm very excited. I think they'll be much easier to just like slap on compared to the current trackers, which is still, I'd say they're fine. I say they're okay, but they're a bit annoying because you have to, like with the straps, you have to like always like put them on by like not unhooking them, but like, you know, like the Velcro, we have to remove the Velcro strap and they make like a noise, and then you have to like put them on and then Velcro back on. I think with the new straps that come with the butterflies, they're just like hook on, hook off, which are really nice. Right, I should peer pressure myself by posting the work in progress. Do it. I'm waiting. Where is it? I need to see it. It's not here yet. You need to post it. Sandy's work in progress channel is spammed by my work in progress. That's completely fine. I love to see spam in work in progress because it means people are doing things. That looks amazing. That looks so cool. I love that it's just called cylinder. I too forget to name my shit. Just leave it at like the base name. What is it? Is it from like is it like your characters, or is it like from a game or something? That looks really cool. I need to make more. It looks like a weapon. I need to make more weapons. I think we started in Blender, I think we started a magic... What is that Magical Girl series? It's the... Card Capture Sakura, whatever? Yeah, I think we started that weapon at some point, or one of them. Recreating the... How do you say that word? Scythe? Weapon that Shinua Hiragi has in the anime / manga Seraph Again. I feel like I know exactly the character. I don't remember the name, but I think I've watched a little bit of that, and I feel like I know exactly the character you're talking about. I'm gonna Google it, and I'm gonna see if that was right, because I think it's like that one site user, right? Yeah, that's the one. I fucking love that style of weapon so much. I've kept giving TikToks on my For You page, which are like, you would totally be like a sword user, and then it's like, no, I'd use that. And every time someone posts that they would use scythe or scythe or whatever it's called, they always get like a billion comments which are like, oh, but you know, it's like a really useful weapon, haha, like it's not for combat, haha. And it's like, I know, but it's fucking cool. It looks sick. What do you mean? I would totally always use a scythe in every universe. Actually, I do like guns as well. Guns are pretty cool. Like, I like I like Madoka Magica's Homura. Homura just has like just real weapons. Like it's just she just go. I think she goes to like a police station or something and just like steals all their shit and gets like their grenades and their guns. Um, girls with guns are good. Yes, I like them a lot. I like that weapon, but I think a scythe is more fun, personally. Puella Magi Madoka Magica. That's the one. Yeah, I never remember the name. Usually I just call it by Madoka, even though that's the name of the character, right? What's her name? I don't remember her full name actually. Madoka. Oh, Kaname. That's the one. Sites are impractical, but so cool. They are very cool. They are very cool. And I think I don't care if people say it impractical because it's you could just give it like any like magical attribute, being like, yeah, when I use this, I repel any like use it as a shield almost. I repel any type of like attack. Just put that shit on there and call it a day, you know? But no, that's a very cool character as well. Weapons and props in general are fun to make. I like also making little props like a tape recorder, a coffee cup, floppy disk, you name it. I haven't made any real life objects yet. I started my environment, which very boringly was just my room, like my actual room. Because I thought if I make it as close to real life as possible, then it shouldn't, like, it should give more immersion if I use it in like and I have trackers on, right? But that I don't even think that's how it'll work because I don't have like Vive trackers or anything, so I wouldn't be able to put any trackers on any objects, but I could maybe like make it work. But then by the time I started working on it again, I changed my room layout. So now I've made a couple of objects that just don't exist anymore. Like I've chucked it out or I've put it somewhere else. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying, but I think that's why I was looking on VGen the other day because I thought, oh, what if I find like an environment that looks really nice that is already made. Like I feel like at the moment, because I can't really commission anyone because I don't have a reference sheet, I'm looking at things that already exist to see how I feel about it, like how much it matches, like would I get it, stuff like that. But I think I was looking at some environments and it's not a lot of people that do like backgrounds or environments, but I thought if I can find one that's already created that I really like, I could then talk to the artist and see if there's like any way that I could pay to basically use the background and also model it into like a 3D environment. I think that would be really cool because my strong suit is not making backgrounds, so I think that's definitely something I'll have to like have a different artist do, you know what I mean? So this scythe has some shapes that are challenging, at least for me to make. That's okay, just take it, you know, slowly. I mean, looking at a GIF here, the scythe is very, it almost like doesn't feel real. Like it has a lot of different shapes that just wouldn't really make sense for a scythe, like a real one. And I think that is probably an issue in terms of like making it. But I think what I've seen so far looks really good. Like modeling based on a piece an artist made, or hiring an artist to first design the space and then you model it. So because I don't have like I don't have a reference or anything that I could like be like, hey, Mrs. or Mr. Designer, please can you draw a background based on my character? Like I haven't finished that. So I was looking at already finished backgrounds or environments that I could then pay to use and also pay to be allowed to model it in 3D space, basically. Because I don't know how 2D artists usually feel about it. Like I've asked the creators of the Prism customizer model if I could make a 3D model based on the combination of things that I can make with the model, and they said that was fine, right? So I asked them and they said that was completely fine as long as I gave credit, which is completely okay. But in general, I don't know how 2D artists feel about, say for example, if I bought an Adopt and then I was like, right, I'm gonna 3D model it, like this environment that I wanted to make, I wouldn't sell it, I would use it myself. But in a completely different scenario, if I bought an Adopt, which was a 2D design, and then made a 3D model out of it, and then sold the 3D model, I don't know how they'd feel about it. So it's something I'd like to ask. And I feel just generally the same way about things that, even if I'm not going to sell them, I'm just going to use them for me. I want to make sure that it's okay to 3D model, like transform it into something different. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I always try and ask, because it's easier to ask than beg for forgiveness after, I guess. Usually it's the other way around that people say, but I do think it's easier to just ask. It's also the similar way about fan art, because based on what I've heard from some people, if they have a 2D design, like say they're a VTuber and they have a design and they receive fan art, they love fan art, if they then receive a 3D fan art, or like a 3D model, like a VTuber model they can just use, but as a fan art, they might not like that as much. Which to me, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, that's quite shocking, because it's someone's time and effort that have been put into it, and they love your design so much they want to do fan art of it, right? But I think also people worry that, some people worry that, oh, if someone makes a fan art 3D model, VTuber model of it, that might get confused for like an official 3D model. Do you know what I mean? So it's a lot of things to think about. With adoptables, you think you would be allowed. After all, you're buying the whole character design, not just the art the artist made of it. You would think that, but I've looked at a couple of different TOSs of, because I did play with the idea, just regarding the adoptables, I did play with the idea of buying an adoptable of a design I really liked, obviously buying commercial fee of it, and then making it the 3D model, and then selling the 3D model. So not selling, like, not selling the adoptable itself. It will be selling the 3D model that has that design, if that makes sense. But when I look at a lot of TOSs, it's not mentioned if you can make a 3D model or not, which is completely fine. It's not something that I would think would come up a lot. But I see a lot of very restrictive TOS, like people saying you can't recolor it, you can't change anything about it, you can't make edits, which to me makes it seem like, okay, if they're not allowing that, they're probably not going to allow anyone to make a 3D model out of it, which is fine. People are allowed to put whatever they want on their TOS, right? It's their right to do so. But that was my first like impression of adoptables, that if you buy it, you buy the design, and you can do whatever you want. So, but that's not the case. It depends on the, you know, on the art that you buy. Some people have more restrictive TOSs. I do feel some TOS are a bit too restrictive. In my personal opinion, I do think so too, because there's a lot of TOSs that I see that I wouldn't put in my own TOS, if that makes sense. I mean, I think even putting like commercial fee on a VTuber design, like say for example it was a commission, and putting like, oh, you need to pay like 300% more for commercial fee on a VTuber design as part of a TOS, I think that doesn't make sense to me. I don't think a lot of people buy a VTuber model, commission a VTuber model to just use it not on stream or not use it on merch. Do you know what I mean? I get why people put the fee on, but I feel like the nature of the project means that to me it doesn't make sense that people put a commercial fee. So for example, for anyone who's commissioned me, they can use the 3D model to do whatever they want. I don't really care. Like, they can put it on merch if they really want. I'd be honored if anything, but it's definitely weird seeing other people's TOSs and going, oh, I wouldn't do that, but I get why other people would and why they're doing it, and I respect that. I just don't buy their stuff if I don't go further, like don't accept a TOS, if that makes sense. I've read some TOS that said you can't get fan art from your VTuber if you don't pay for commercial fee. Okay, yeah, that's wild. I don't even understand that one, to be honest. That doesn't make any sense. It's like, I've seen on Vision like streaming assets that in the description says if you're if you're making money off your stream, you have to pay the commercial fee, which is like 300%, which is very strange to me because it's a streaming asset. Like it's like an overlay or a stinger or something like that. So yeah, that is kind of crazy. But it's not like I'd go up to any of these artists and be like, hey, what you're doing is weird. I just not buy their stuff. That's usually the best way to do it, I think. Yeah, I did see some people have started adding like a separate fee for using the model for marketing themselves or as a VTuber for stream for profit. Yeah, it's a bit crazy, to be honest. Like, I get it with like illustrations and art and stuff, but for stuff that's like meant for streaming, meant for possibly gaining profit off of like Twitch or streaming and stuff like that, it seems a bit silly in my opinion. Just because I wouldn't put that in my TOS. If I did, I'd be a hypocrite. I don't think... See, now I'm like, oh god, did I put that in my TOS? But I don't think I did. I need to double check now. I'm doubting myself. I don't think my TOS... My TOS probably doesn't have enough information on it, to be fair. I should update it soon, but... No, so my TOS says the product you will receive is a digital product. A full refund can be requested before any work has been started. Work in progress is just about the general process. And like how you can get partial refunds or you can get full refunds, and how partial payment installments is fine and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't actually have any TOS information on like what you can do with it. But if someone asked me like, hey, can I use this for whatever, I'd be like, yeah, go for it. Like, that's fine. Mostly also because usually the 3D model that I make is based off of a 2D reference. So they'll have another artist that made the 2D art. And it would be a bit weird if they had like all the approvals to do stuff for their 2D and then it was me who was like holding them back with like a TOS, you know what I mean? For me, the VTuber is me and I'm the VTuber. So it's like my body. I can do what I want with my body. I find it kind of stupid. When art I like own the model and you pay 100 or 1,000 plus for the model, but you don't own the model. Like if I pay 1,000 or something, I expect to own it and can do what I want with it. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I do think that artists are allowed to put whatever they want on their TOS, but buyers or commissioners are also allowed to just not buy or commission that stuff based on the TOS. I think that's the best way, because I think like a lot of times on Twitter I see people complain about like, oh, these artists commission prices are so high and how dare they charge like, you know, a livable wage for their art, because people are complaining about prices. And what I see every time is that when people complain about it, there are other people going, why are you complaining about like someone's prices? Why don't you just like not commission them? Like, hello, like just not commission them if you don't agree with the prices. Don't be like an asshat and like harass them because you don't like their prices. It doesn't make sense. And I think the same thing goes for like TOS stuff. If you don't agree with someone's TOS, then that's fine. Just don't commission them. And you can just find someone else. My TOS will stipulate that if you don't call me your VTuber mama, I will sue you. I mean, to be fair, I've seen people go like, I need credit. I personally like appreciate credit, but it's not a requirement. Because it did pay me for a service at the end of the day. But I know that it's very important to some artists, and that part I can like 100% like understand. So yeah, credit is for me very appreciated, but not like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, you posted an image of the 3D model I made you and you didn't credit it on that one post? How dare you? I'm not gonna do that. That would be a bit insane. Yeah, I do think it is common decency. I credit, if I've ever forgotten to credit anyone, it is completely based on forgetting it and not because I intentionally did it. But I always credit anything that I commission when I post it, because I think it's just nice to do. I think the one thing is if I pay for commercial license and it's something that I post frequently, I might ask if crediting is required. But just because if I post something every single day, then I'll have to remember to do that every single time, which is a bit much. But if it's like, I would ask him to say, no, it's still required, I'll still do it, you know? So yeah, I think crediting is nice because it allows other people to find that artist and then commission that artist, and then the artist gets more work. So that part is nice. I try to give credit if anyone asks me about who makes something. I'll be like, here are the link. Yeah, I think that's nice. I think that's completely fine. Because there's only so much text you can put in, say, Twitter. I've seen more and more people do like Google Docs of their credits, which I think is completely fine. I think I have my credits in the Twitch panel, but obviously I haven't commissioned that many artists. But if I did more and more and more, I'd probably want to like do an external link to have them all in one place. I think that would be easier. Right, we're gonna do our last break of the day. It's about 3 minutes long. Don't worry, I was gonna say we're gonna pause everything, but there's nothing to pause. It's just my yapping, I guess. So we're gonna take a little break and back in about 3 minutes. And yeah, so if anyone ever asked me about my 3D model, I was like, send it to or make it, and I give you a link to your Twitter. Thank you, I appreciate that. As I said, it's not a requirement, but I do appreciate it a lot. Pause to your yapping. 100%. Right, I'm gonna take a little break. BRB. Oh, wrong screen. Welcome back everyone. Can I steal that text? I think you worded really good. Of course, yeah, feel free to take it. You can include my emojis as well if you want. Or you can just replace with your own, that's fine. Yeah, I like, it's an auto-generated one. I think, it's using StreamerBot to maybe change it. But basically every time I start the ad, it spits it out and it just lets people know that, yeah, we're in ad break. There's a timer as well, which isn't like 100% accurate, but it does work. But yeah, feel free to take that, that's fine. But yes, welcome back everyone, welcome back. I'm getting a bit sleepy, I've noticed. Oh, talk about sleep. Last night, my cat was being absolute insane. She was, I woke up around, I think it was like 4 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember which it was. I mean, I went back to sleep right after, but I woke up and was like, what is going on? And it was, the cat was just running around, zooming around. She was having no regard for anyone else in the house. I guess she was having fun, but yeah. So I was trying to like not drink any fizzy drinks today either, but I did give up today, and I had a can of 7-Up. The cat with the zoomies, yeah, she pretty much had zoomies. I just fell right back to sleep, so it wasn't an issue, but I do feel a bit more tired today than I was any other day. Well, I can't even sleep in tomorrow, I've just realized, because of the outing, which I'm excited about, but it's a bit early, so maybe I'll sleep in on Sunday. Yeah, that sounds good. But I'm so like, since last weekend was Easter weekend and we had bank holidays, I'm so, I don't know what it's called. Like, I want that to be this weekend as well, but it's not going to be. So my brain is like, oh, I only have 2 days. 2 days off. That's crazy. That's not enough. So yeah, I just need to get used to it, I think. Because I think it was 5 days off. Or no, 4? 4 days off last weekend. That was nice. We need 7-day long weekends. Honestly, we do. God, I wish. Honestly, even just having like 3-day weekends would be amazing. Like if I could do a thing where I just worked in a compressed like hour thing, that would be amazing. I think it would suck a bit for stream maybe, depending on how late it was, unless I could just start earlier, I guess. But imagine having 3 days off. Oh my god, I fucking wish. It would be so good. Maybe one day I'll get a day job where I can do that. Or maybe I'll like just swap to doing like 3D professionally, just doing freelancing and then just waking up whenever. No, I think doing 3D as like a like a full-time job, I think it'll be quite scary to me. Like, I think with maybe some more years of experience, I could maybe do it, but there wouldn't be a lot of security in it. If I was a freelancer, there wouldn't be, and that part's a bit scary. Sorry, I was playing with my my straw. But I think it'll be fun though. Like, imagine not having like set hours Monday to Friday. You could just work whenever. But I think I'd overwork. I think I'd overwork myself. I don't think I could like shut down, turn off. That's the one. I think if you want security as a freelancer, you gotta be pretty big or know a big VTuber. Yeah, I think so. I think you'd have the thing with 3D as well. It really sucks because if you're like, sorry, I'm just like laying down a little bit. Sorry, I'm getting sleepy. I think if you're doing like 2D art, you can spit out an illustration like in a a couple of days or like a week or two, depending on like what the illustration is, how fast you're running or how fast you're doing it. But 3D models, they do take ages for what they are, and it sucks. So you'd have to have like a really big wait list, and they would have to pay you before the work is done, which I am not very comfortable with. So that you'd have like a steady flow of income. Obviously, if you're doing it full time, you'd be quicker at it. You can maybe do a model in like 2-3 weeks. But that's working like full stop. I think you'd have to utilize base meshes a lot as well to speed up the process whenever you can. So yeah, it's definitely a gamble. I don't know if I'd really want it. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of stress with no security, no holidays, no paid holidays, like that. That is rough. 3D is so much slower paced, makes it harder to make content off of its creation. That too, like posting work in progresses and like stuff like that is difficult because you need to get to a certain point in the model where it makes sense to post the progress, and then you have to also like, what do you show? Do you show texturing? Do you show like, do you make little animations? Like, what do you do with it? It's hard. And Twitter will just like the randomest shit ever. Like, I'll post a wireframe and it'll be like, holy, Twitter really likes that. I'll post like something I'm really proud of and Twitter will be like silent. Like, I don't know what makes it tick, which makes it harder. But in an ideal world, I'd like to be a freelancer with 3D. But I don't think that's a realistic word. At least not now, you know? Let's see. Yeah, I've seen some artists who are like, I need you to pay up front, but the waitlist is 13 year long. Oh my god. Yeah, I get why people do it, because they need that income to come in frequently, right? To pay their bills and stuff like that. But the bad thing about it is that there's quite a few artists who will then end up taking up too much. Maybe they have some health issues or something that makes them work even slower. And that builds up, and then you're suddenly getting Google Docued on Twitter because you left people waiting for 3 years for art. So that's why I'm not a big fan of it, because you get yourself in a position like that. I only like to take payment once I start it, or if we have like an agreed, like, you pay me X amount on this month, like, that's fine. Like, if we have an installment plan, that's fine as well. But I just do not like taking payment up front, or for like waitlist, you know. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought you generally meant 13. Yeah, this is why I like making template meshes. I think you honestly have to at that point, like, if you're doing full-time commissions, because like having base meshes, having stuff like that will definitely help. And also, if they're already rigged, then like you're pretty much good to go. You're probably gonna have to adjust some of the weight paint depending on the body type, depending on how they look, but I think that is probably the way to go once you have like a solid foundation of a mesh. I really need to start opening comms soon, not gonna lie. I think you should, if you're gonna do that, I think you should definitely put your Goober thing up. Because a lot of VTubers love quick commissions. Like, they might just really like the low poly or like the retro style. But also VTubers don't like to wait. They don't like to wait very long unless it's like a big project. So I think you definitely see success with that. Let's see. Yeah, 2D art is so much faster. A rough 2D sketch can look great. A rough 3D sketch is like what? I know. My favorite thing is like when you're working on the face, like not you specifically, but like when people are working on the face or me working on the face, and it just looks like a fucking alien until you like get some texture on there. And people who have no experience with 3D, like they don't do 3D models, they've never really seen an untextured 3D model, will go, what the fuck is that? I want my money back. Because it looks so alien. And I don't blame them. And then when this texture's on, you're like, oh, holy shit, actually, this looks good. You have to really trust the process with 3D, I think. Social media would love the most random shit. It's always like that. I know. It just sucks. I just wish that I knew what made it tick. Do you know what I mean? I think I've realized that just based on some of my previous posts, Twitter likes boobs and ass, pretty much. Or just like generally like bellies, torsos, stuff like that. But what was really funny is my last post got about 263 likes, which is a lot for my account. Not a single comment, and I think only like less than 10 followers. And I was like, oh my god, like this post is doing good for my standard, but it's also not doing good. Like, what is going on? I think Twitter has changed up a little bit, because I've had a post that went like really well before, and like I'd get a lot more followers just from that, if that makes sense. It's very strange. I don't know why that happened. And not a single comment as well. That's kind of crazy. Twitter just confuses me, honestly. My start on Twitter was really weird. I was getting like 200, 300 likes on every post, and sometimes 2,000. I've never got that, to be honest. I've never got to. I don't think I've got past. Like, I think I got one post that was like up to. Actually, I don't know. Is there a way to see? I thought it was like maybe like 700. But not hit the 1K. I don't think. I can't even imagine what would hit that much. I think if I try to post something model related, I think my average now is like 20 to 50, which is nice. I appreciate it. I think my schedule posts do the worst, which makes sense. I really like doing them, so that's why I post them and make them. I haven't been able to do as many of them lately, unfortunately, just because I don't have an idea of how to do them, or I don't have the time. But yeah, I need to get on that social media grind. I guess I want to try and hit 1,000 followers by the end of the year, which I think should be doable. I'm only like 53 away. So I mean, yeah, it should be doable. It should be doable. I have small goals. Like, I never know what will happen in 2 years. How do I know if the artist will still be there in 2 years? That is true. That is true. I get why people have big waitlists. It's because they have a demand, right? It makes sense. There's quite a few artists that are really, really skilled at what they do. Everyone wants to commission them. And that's why they end up with like a billion-long waitlist, you know? That huge start to my account made my perspective of it really skewed, I think. So if you don't mind me asking, like, how many does your post get now? Like, on average, would you say? I've seen some 3D artists have a pre-made generic model that they then adjust / reshape to whoever they're remaking. That sure is a time saver. 100%. I think that's a very valid thing to do. I think for me, if I were to use a base mesh, like a mesh that like I basically just amend a little bit to make it look a certain way, I'd want to create it myself, if that makes sense. I wouldn't want to like say buy a 3D model from Booth and then put like a different head on and stuff like that. Like that I see more as kit bashing. You still need the knowledge and the skill to do that, but it would just not sound or feel right to me if I used the base mesh that I didn't create, if that makes sense. I know that Zingy helped me with a little bit on the torso for my 2.0 model. So I think that's different. But if I were just like, hey Zingy, can you give me a model that I can use as a base mesh? I think that would be weird. Like that would feel off. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I'm making these templates. You're honestly very smart for doing that because it makes sense. Twitter really liked your butt. Twitter did. I think lighting, like changing lighting as well, which I did in that post, it was really happy with as well. And just like the shadow, the rim shadows were on it. I think all that stuff helped. So I'm very happy. But the 0 comments was very strange for any post, to be honest. Maybe it just wasn't very like interactive, I guess. Like the comments that I could have gone would have been like nice ass, I guess. But yeah, maybe it was better I didn't get any comments. To be fair, you can cheat it a bit, just having a default interesting lighting scene, and that'll make your work in progress model more interesting to peek at for people unfamiliar with model creation. 100%. Yeah, I think I want to set something up to make it quicker, because I feel like every time I do make a post, it's always like it takes me like half an hour to set it up, unless it's just like a quick screenshot, but then there's no guarantee that it will do well at all, you know? I think another one is low poly things. It like strikes people's nostalgia. It strikes people's nostalgia bait glands. What is that? Okay, I think I know what you mean, but I don't know what a bait gland is. What does that mean? I do see a lot of retro stuff pop up, especially if it's like, I say retro, but like low poly, and it's like low poly of very beloved video game franchises or anime or something like that. People go crazy for that shit, and I respect it. I respect it, to be honest. My biggest hit was a work in progress of a girl with a radio backpack. Was it just like a OC, or was it like of a game or something? I think the one thing I see is like that challenge. Is it 144 polygons or something? No, 64 polygons, something like that, which is like your texture resolution is limited and your amount of triangles is limited, and those pop the fuck off, because usually of like video game characters and stuff. Choose so much PSX nostalgia stuff I see in all kinds of spaces. Nowadays I get 1,000 to 2,000 impressions with around 90 to 120 likes or so on my main post, while my work in progress get 400 to 600 impressions with 20 to 60 likes or so. You're doing well though. That's good numbers, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think my posts get anything like that, to be honest. What the fuck did I just see on my Twitter? What the fuck? Hang on, I need to show you guys this. What? I have many questions. I know where this is from. I know the reference, but who did this? Well, I guess the person called Mari did this. Oh my god. Oh. Doctor Who will always be like in my memories. 118,000 likes. That's insane. Is it Tomodachi Life? I think it's really popped off. People really like that game. I've never played it actually myself, but it looks really good. I think another thing people like is when you have a cute blender theme around the model. Oh yeah, I've seen it's like the pastel pink or like the purple or the blue, where it's like multiple windows and it's like an animation, or like there's a turntable or anything. That hits. Like Twitter loves that so much. I mean, I love it. I always like it when I see it, but the radio backpack girl was an OC. I pretty much never make fan art because I can't bring myself to. But now you are. Now you are making fan art, right? Of that character that you posted in Work in Progress. I think one of the main reasons I get decent traction is that there's an artist guy named Hunter Riker that always reposts my stuff. So 2 audiences, mine and his, see my post, and it makes me feel so bad about it, but also incredibly thankful. It's such a sweet thing to do. Oh, that's nice. Are they a big account? Is that why, like, it helps a lot with traction? I'm not very good at reposting stuff, to be honest. I always, like, it's that balance of, like, posting your own stuff and reposting other people's stuff. But one thing I did see recently, I don't know where I saw it, but someone said that reposting stuff that is popular is good for your account, because I don't know if this is true, but you're more likely to have interaction on your repost, like other people liking or other people reposting because they saw your repost, if it's already popular, if that makes sense. Like, it obviously has to be something that's like specific to the people who follow you. Like for me, I guess it will be VTubers or 3D or something like that. But I did repost a very, very beautiful post / tutorial by Layla, which Layla is an amazing 3D modeler. And that one is very popular. It has like 5.2 thousand likes. And I had like 16 likes on that repost because it was like, I knew it was going to be popular because it's Layla. They make amazing stuff. And B, I think it was already semi-popular as well. And it was just something interesting that I had never like considered before. I guess it makes sense. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but also a work in progress I made recently popped up a bit because another friend with like 120k followers commented his own whip on mine. So he ratioed my ass and like 10k people saw my work in progress. Oh no. Not the ratio. Hello, Sealander, welcome in. I'm taking my leave already. Have fun. Okay, no worries, no worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good day. And I hope you're doing well. And this is kind of why I say making friends is the main way to grow. It makes sense. It really does make sense. I think some people get scared when you put it that way, because some people might take it as, oh, so what, you're just trying to like climb the social ladder. But it does make sense. Like, networking and being social with people is gonna make it more likely that they're gonna interact with your stuff. I think it's just like I guess the core reason for why you make friends is the most important thing. Like, are you making friends, not you specifically, but are people making friends just to get further in their career, or are they making friends because they genuinely want to be their friend? You know, I think that's the intention is the most important. Yeah, you gotta make sure you're being genuine and not a sociopath. Yeah, of course. Don't show that you're being a sociopath. Hi, Chubby Bubby. Greetings. May I pick your brain for a moment? It's a food recipe? Sure. Go ahead. What's your question? But yeah, I am trying to be more social as well. Not just because I'm like, oh my god, yes, interactions, Twitter followers, but because I just don't talk to a lot of people outside of streams or outside of talking to Visu. I think it's just nice to be social, to be honest. Or go the Yandere path and you'll gain a very dedicated fan base. I don't think, no, I don't think I could. Here you go. What the? Did you say this was a food recipe? I don't understand any of these words. Was there a question to this? Hang on. What are these words? Yes? I don't know what the question is. I just Googled some of those words. And it's all science stuff that comes up. I have no idea what this is. It is a peanut butter jelly sandwich? Is it? I'm gonna trust you on that. Because I don't know how, I don't have the knowledge to disprove you. So I'm gonna trust you on that. But it makes sense that I apply compressive force for structural integrity. It's just pushing it down, right? The bread. When it comes to fan art, I always had trouble with it just because I love making OCs instead. So whenever I try making fan art, my brain goes, but you could be making a new OC. See, I'm the opposite. I prefer making fan art because, like, I have a couple of OCs. I used to do a lot of 2D art when I was younger, and one of the first 3D models I make, they were OCs that I just made in 3D because I wanted to try it. But I don't have any like OCs that I'm like feel strongly about. I guess the only one is my VTuber model, or me, I guess, in that case. So yeah, I prefer making fan art, to be honest. Can we see the OG OC? Maybe I'll post some pictures of it in the Discord. I need to find some pictures of it. I think I can show you. So the first one I made was, I'd say 90% Vroid. And then the second one was about, so I think the model and the clothing were, no, sorry, the body and the hair and the face were Vroid. And then I made the clothing from scratch. And then the third one was only the body was from Vroid, and I made the hair and the clothing from scratch. And then the fourth one's fully from scratch. And then I made one just to make a model for VR chat, which was a bee. It was like a bee girl. And she was actually the one I started streaming with when I started completely. And she was made from scratch. And then I made 1.0 Senidora. Yeah, there was a bee girl. She's completely broken. Her knees are fucked in VR chat. So I can use her in MMD. That's fine. But I can't use her, like, I can't crouch with her because her knees will go inwards. I think it's just the placement of the bone, to be honest. At the time, I didn't know how to fix it. But yeah, I think it's just the placement of the bones. But it's really funny. She's just completely broken. But she's very cute. She even has jiggle physics in her eyes in VR chat because it was the first time I figured out how to do that. So that was quite cool. But yeah, I might share some pictures of them. Maybe over the weekend. Remind me, please, because otherwise I will forget. But yeah, I know Senador and OCs, you managed to make design choices in the past. I did. I used to, when I was like really young, I used to draw all sorts of OCs based on Sonic, of course. I even used to have the typical like, this is my character and this is her evil version and they're twins. You know, that type of style. So I wouldn't say I was super creative. There was one character that I did evolve over time, and she did actually have blue hair, but like dark blue. And she had lots of chains, and she was a very tough girl, you know? But there was one that I did stick by quite some time, and then I stopped drawing. And then when I returned, I started drawing anime, so I didn't really draw Sonic much. I do want to eventually make something in 3D that is Sonic related. I think I'm not really like a big fan of the franchise anymore, but it would always hold a special place in my heart, you know? So maybe I'll try and remake like that one girl that I had for ages that I stuck by. Or maybe I'll do like just like Amy Rose or some shit. Oh, actually, no, hang on. Who is my... I really like Blaze. And then Amy Rose will always be a fan favorite, you know? What happened on the way that stops any from wanting to design from scratch? I think, I don't know, I just prefer drawing and creating other people's art, you know? Here's one way you can trust me. Ask Google to give you the scientific term on how to make a peanut butter jam sandwich. All right. I do trust you, by the way. I think I overly trust people. I don't give second thoughts to things, but I'm gonna do what you're asking. So give scientific term of how to make a sandwich. A multi-component laminar assembly. Is that what you said? Hang on. You didn't mention those as specific words, but they do seem to match up. Did you get this from anywhere, or did you just write this yourself? Because I can't find it. Oh, thank you, Seribot. Thank you. Sunny Dora used to make personas. Is Sonic considered furry? I don't know. I was obsessed with Sonic when I was younger, but I never entered the furry space, you know? I got it from Google. I think my Google skills are deteriorating because I can't find it. I also did not... Right, okay. I'm just going to show you guys what I wrote because I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm slowly but surely losing my skill to type. Because what the fuck is this? This is what I Googled. Give scientific term of how to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I don't know if I can type anymore. I constantly make typos. It's crazy. I think I just type too quick for my own good. And the computer can't keep up. It must be the computer that has a skill issue, you know? Typing in Norwegian. No, it's not Norwegian. It's me trying to type in English. I'll post my first ever OC if you do. My first ever? So the ones I made in 3D were not my first ever, but I do have a couple of really old, really old like drawings. Like when I used to draw Witch. So that was, if anyone doesn't know, Witch, which is like W-I-T-C-H. It spells out the names of the girls in the show. I was obsessed with that shit when I was younger. And one of my first OCs, I think, was just based off Witch. I fucking love Witch. Still love it. Oh, I want to make fan art of that as well. Fuck. The comic art style, not the show art style. Because I never liked the show art style. It wasn't very good. All I know about the Sonic fanbase is that they were a lot of people's first step into furrydom on DeviantArt with their Sonic OCs. I somehow dodged that. I don't know how, but yeah, I was very into Sonic. Used to read like Sonic, not Sonic and Shadow, but like Shadow and Amy fanfics on DeviantArt. There was this one fanfic and I was so sad that I think the artist just like stopped drawing them. It was amazing. And I think, I don't know if I posted on their page or I messaged him and was like, oh, like when is the next thing gonna come out? And I think they were just like, yeah, I just don't like I've just stopped for a bit. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't remember who the artist was, but yeah, I don't know. I remember when I was younger, I was embarrassed of saying that I used to like Sonic, but now I just don't care. I'm old now. I'm ancient. I can say whatever I want. It's fine. My first ever OC was 3D. My artistic organ was very, very weak before the Blender gods found me. Oh, that's interesting. I've never considered that that could be someone's first way into making OCs. That's kind of cool. Did you draw, like, did you do a little design first? Like in Blender or like somewhere else? Or did you just like straight into modeling? Copy and paste it so you can ask Google. Give me the scientific term on how to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich within 250 characters. All right, I'll do that. Thank you for correcting my spelling mistakes. Let's see. Still can't find it. That's so weird. So the AI overview thing gives me like apply a vicious hydrophobic peanut taste and a hydrophilic fruit gel onto 2 starch slices and then bring interfaces into contact. I don't know why it doesn't give me like the stuff that you said. I cannot draw. All my designing happens on the go inside Blender. But do you not do like scribbles with Blender's like tool? What's it called? Annotate or something? Also, I'm not gonna lie. I cannot believe that I've done a 3 hours. Sorry, not 3 hours yet, but nearly 3 hours of just yapping. That's fucking wild. This is like the first just chatting stream. I didn't realize I had that much to talk about. But it makes sense now why I get so distracted during my texturing streams. I think it's because I'm using Dola. What's Dola? What is Dola? Ah, oh right, it's an AI bot. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I was just putting it into Google, so that might be why. Do you like peanut butter jam sandwiches? Because I haven't really. I think I've had them once and they were okay, but people love that shit, and I'm just like, putting peanut butter and jelly doesn't sound nice to me. But I do think I tried it once and it was pretty decent. My my relatives, they really love putting jam on cheese, and I never understood that either. It was very weird. They also really like putting jam on, I think they just really like jam. They like putting jam on certain types of cereal, and I never, no, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't like that, because there's milk. Mixing jam and milk, not like that. It doesn't sound very good. It's a regular stream for you. Okay, I'm not that bad. I do usually get some stuff done. But this one, I went in with the mindset that, right, we're gonna chat, and when I run out of things to talk about, then we'll maybe do some texture or something. But I'm quite glad that we didn't do that, because that means I can do future just chatting streams and not worry. I mean, I might in the future run out of things to talk about, you know, like people do, but I think you guys have been an incredible company to talk to me, you know, and I respond and I talk to you. Like, I appreciate that so much. So thank you guys. It's very nice. I think if it was just me, also thank you so much for the follow, Chubby Bubby. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I think if it was just me and no one was talking, I would lose, like, I would run out of things to talk about really quickly. So I appreciate you guys a lot for helping. Thank you. They say just chatting is the stuff VTuber fans like the most, so it's good practice. Is it actually? Should I just stop doing any texturing or any modeling on stream? Just complete just chatting forever. I mean, I think it makes sense now, because like when you see those big VTubers, like they'll always have like a just chatting section in the start, like maybe like 20 minutes or an hour, and then they'll move on to the game. I never completely understood it. Because what do you mean you're talking for like an hour and not doing anything? I remember Giga showing how her viewers drop off once we're just chatting. Intro ends. Oh my god. What is that? So Giga, I think, is a big VTuber, right? Is that because they then have to pay less attention to chat because they're a big VTuber and the chat just moves too fast when they're playing games? Like, is that... I don't know. I wonder the reason. I do like them, but have you ever tried peanut butter jelly tacos? No. What the fuck? What's that? I've never tried that. Is that something you eat often? I'm Googling it now. Oh my god, huh? Is it like sweet? There's a recipe here. Peanut butter and jelly tacos. Is it like almost like a pancake? I'm trying to look. There's some pictures here. Is it bread? No, it's bread. Oh, it looks like this. Hang on. Well, this one recipe looks like this. I'll show you guys. It looks really good. Actually, now I want it. Do you know what I do want to try though? I want to try one of those strawberry and cream sandwiches. I think they're very popular in Japan, and I think they started selling them in like one particular store in the UK. And I really wanted to try it, and then I didn't. I don't think they sell it anymore. Very sad. I think it was like a limited edition thing. You warm up a flour tortilla, you smother it with peanut butter and then jelly, and wrap it into burrito or taco. So it's not like the picture where they use bread, because I was expecting it to be a wrap, you know. I think that may be one of the reasons people like it when the VTuber pays attention to chat, so they get to interact the most during the chatting intros. And then they start leaving when the game starts because the VTuber has to also pay attention to the game. Yeah, that makes sense. I always wonder how people think of collabs, because I've found that, like, I obviously talk to you guys a lot. Like, I try and read every single message and respond to it and stuff like that. If I'm playing a game, it depends on the game, right? But if I'm then doing a collab, it gets harder to do, because I want to also interact with the people I collab with. And I think this is a common issue that people have. Like, if people collab all the time, they might not have the same attention to chat, which I know some people don't like, and that's when they just don't chat at all, or they just leave, which is completely fine. But I do wonder if the same thing happens, or if people just treat that as if they're playing a game for like big VTubers, you know? Hi, Give Cookie. Why is there still green on the strawberries? I didn't notice that. I don't know. I think that was, so hang on, let me bring that picture back. I think that was just for that one strawberry. So it's from a homemadeinterest.com post, which is, I think it was like a sponsored post or something. I think it's just for the aesthetic. I don't think they're actually eating it like that. I hope not, because can you eat the green? I don't know. It doesn't, I don't think I would. I love strawberries though, so much. I mean, I love pretty much all berries. Well, not all berries, that's a lie. I love strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. Are grapes berries? I don't know. I love grapes. Really love grapes. I used to just buy like a box of grapes and eat it at lunch at school. I didn't have a very good diet in school, but it was healthy, right? It was just a box of grapes. I loved it. It was amazing. You can eat everything at least once. I like that. The green is edible, but it's a little bit tart. It would just be like eating grass, wouldn't it be? Like, I feel like that's how it would be. But yeah, I don't think that I usually chop it or just pull it out. Yeah, it would be like eating grass. Yeah. Not a fan. I also think in that picture, let me bring it back in, one of the strawberries, the one that's like right next to me, it doesn't look very good. It kind of looks a bit moldy. I know it's not, but it kind of just looks a bit not ripe. But the white on it also makes it look maybe a little bit moldy and off. So probably not the greatest picture for the aesthetic, but it does look nice. Something that we're gonna rate out soon, but something that I really like is, it's kind of similar to what you mentioned about you get like a wrap and then you put like peanut butter and jelly. I wonder if you can do the same thing with something called lefse. So it's in Norway, it's like a potato wrap basically. And people will put sausages in it and put ketchup on and eat it like that, so it'll be savory. Or people will put like sweet things in, like cinnamon, sugar, like butter, all that stuff, and eat it. The potato one, like the specific potato one that I'm thinking of, is usually mostly done with savory, but I wonder if you could use that with peanut butter and jam as well and have the same effect. They're smaller usually as well, so I think it will be more suitable actually. Also, Norway is, funnily enough, a country that eats a lot of taco. Like a lot of taco for some reason. I love it, but I think I saw, hang on, I'm gonna get the statistics up here. Which countries eat the most taco? Yeah, so I can't get like specific statistics about this. Oh no, it's a common, though sometimes disputed, viral claim that Norway is the second highest consumer of tacos per capita in the world. I stated in a TikTok video, so it might not be true, but it makes sense. So this is second after Mexico, which again makes sense. But Norway really, really loves their Taco Friday. So I don't know if it's fully true, but I remember having taco food very, very often when I was living in Norway. So I believe it. I believe it. I think it's very like much in Scandinavia though. Like Scandinavians really love taco, and they really love pizza as well. But I guess every country likes pizza, right? Or most countries anyway. Like I remember growing up, we had pizzas on Fridays actually. We always had pizza every single Friday. And then we'd have taco on like Saturday or in the midweek. But we usually go for like days when there wasn't a lot of like people weren't working. Obviously I wasn't working because I was a child, but you know what I mean. Yeah. We eat tacos almost every day. Oh my god. That is a lot of tacos. I don't think I've had taco in a really long time because I'm trying to eat like specific things to quote unquote stay good in terms of like, you know, not just eating whatever I want. And taco is usually one that it can have a lot of calories. So I don't eat it that often anymore because I think every time I eat it, I'm like, I want everything. And what's really stupid is that the wraps in like the ones you can buy, it's either like an 8-pack or it's like huge and they're like a 6-pack. And it's like, no. I can't eat that much. It's too many. It's too many. I'm not the biggest fan of the shells. I think I like them every now and again, but I prefer a wrap personally. Right. I think that is time. We are going to be rating out. I'm just going to have a look to see who's online. Now, we are not, what's it called? Usually when I stream 3D modeling or texturing, I go, oh, we should look for someone who's streaming 3D modeling or texturing. I never find any. Only when I play games is when I find them. So we are not restricted to anything because we were doing just chatting. Then I don't think you're gonna like Tripita tacos. What is that? Tripita tacos. Hang on, I need to Google this. Do you have any VTuber friends streaming right now? Beef, small, intense. Oh my god. Intestines? I think I'd try a lot of things. The only thing I would probably never try, and that's just because I cannot get over it, is insects. Friends? What are those? Alright, Chilky, stream right now. I'll raid you. Come on, start the stream, Chilky. But yeah, I think I'd be willing to try it, just not anything to do with insects. I know that's like popular street food in certain countries, but I don't think I could do it. I couldn't get over it. I haven't streamed in 3 months. No! Best time to stream is right now. Chilky actually streams. She does sometimes. I love her streams. They're very fun. Right. Do I have any friends online? Ems is online. She is playing. She was just in the chat. We can go say hello to Ems. What is she doing? Let me have a look. You are fun? No, you! Oh, she's playing spooky game. Chrysol Theater of Idols. Actually, I don't know if it's a spooky game. It looks a bit spooky. We can go say hello. She has such a cute model. It's so adorable. Right, let's do... Hang on, let me swap. Oh. The blurry is still there. That's fine, that's fine. Yes, the raid messages are out. You guys can use it. I want to... Oh, Gigantifying emo. That's so cute. I need to, I want to change so many things. I just haven't had time yet. I want to do a better raid message because mine is a bit boring. But I like it. It's simple. We're gonna get a bit creative maybe with it a bit later down the line, but that's a future thing. Okay, not a today issue. So let me say what I'm gonna say, and then I'll do the raid. So thank you so much everyone for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Zenia raid. That's fine. We can do that one. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, especially during the Just Chatting stream, which I didn't know how far we were gonna chat, but we were chatting for a long time. We were chatting for 3 hours, and I feel like it's still go on, but it's getting late in this household, so I need to sleep. I need to wake up early tomorrow for sushi. But sorry, what was I gonna say? Yes, thank you so much everyone for stopping by. Usually I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but because of my little wrist, oopsie doopsie, I'm gonna see how I feel. I'm not gonna necessarily make a stream schedule until I know that I'm like fully recovered and we can do what we want to do. The next stream might be a Just Chatting stream. It might be on Monday, it might be on Wednesday, it might be at any point. I will let you guys know on the day, alright? So if you want an update, if you want to be notified, well, not notified because I never use at everyone, but if you want to be in the know, you can join my Discord server, which is linked, and you can also do exclamation mark Discord, I think, to get it to pop up again. But yeah, I hope you guys have a very lovely evening and day, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you have a good night. So let me do raid Emsley. There we go. Sometimes I feel like I feel bad because people will be like, bye Zenny, thank you for the stream, and sometimes I'll be like, oh my god, you guys really want me to end this, don't you? You really want me to leave, but I know it's not how it's meant. My brain is just like, why are you telling me bye? I'm not done speaking yet. Sorry, it's just my brain. I know you guys are really nice, so don't worry about it. But yeah, we're gonna go and say hello to Ems. She's playing oh no, that's her title. She's playing Chrysal Theater of Idols. It looks a bit spooky, but she has a gun. She's a pew pew, so maybe she can pew the spooks away. All right, because you never extend anyway. All right, Chilky. I see how it is. Because I'm old and slow, I have to type early. That's fine. To be fair, in my defense, I always type early as well, because otherwise I would have typed it and then they would have already ended the stream. So I get it. Don't worry. I was just miming. But yes, have a lovely evening, everyone. Bye bye.